bowlers as well, so it's a good all-round team. Qalandars have got a fabulous bowling attack, and they look like teasing Islamabad United right till the end. Look at the bowling spread that they've got. Rauf and Danial and Shaheen Afridi. Rashid Khan is available and playing. Faulkner is the new face for them in this second leg of HBL PSL. Ben Dunk got hit in the mouth, but he's fine and raring to go. Hafiz has been in great touch, as has been Fakhar Zaman. Right, we'll take a short little break here and come back with live action very, very soon. Right, here we are, Aleem Dar and Rashid Riaz, the two umpires, walking out there to start the second leg of this HBL PSL. Getting the eye in, catching the ball quite nicely, and Lahore Qalandars have opted to bowl first, which appears to be a decent decision, because dew is supposed to fall later on in the evening session. This already is, by the way, an evening session, but later in the night we might see dew playing a part in the outcome of this contest. Got Fazit Khan here with me. JP Dumani has specially flown for this leg of HBL PSL from SA. Welcome to you both.
Yeah, thanks Rambo. It certainly is exciting to be at this year's HBL PSL. Exciting context with these two teams, some great overseas players, and we're certainly looking forward to getting things underway. Colin Munro, the Kiwi, 17 matches, healthy strike rate, and this is a venue that encourages good stroke play, so he would really enjoy his time on this surface. And alongside him, as mentioned, born in Islamabad, Usman Khawaja, the Australian. Yeah, there's our good numbers, the best of 109. So both of them would want to make a positive start for their team.
And JP is very happy because it's all left-handedness. Shaheen Afridi is going to open the bowling and start off proceedings, and two left-handers on strike, so they're batting the right way around.
It's become a class act. JP as well, and Shaheen Afridi too. Well, we begin the Gillette countdown. Here we go. Seconds away from the action. Right, he's been given two slips, staggered slip position. Fine leg is up in the circle. We've got a deep backward square leg for that flick, and so it'll be a test of sorts for Shaheen Afridi. Usman Khawaja wants to prove a point, and Munro, we know, can cause havoc with the bat. Not a bad start. A little bit of shape, and that is what probably the bowlers early on will get here in Abu Dhabi.
Yeah, swing with the new ball, which is what we'll have to look for if there's any sort of deviation or any sort of shape that he gets. Normally he prefers bowling to right-handers with this new ball, with the ball just tipping back in with that very full length.
Slip's gone, removed, only one slip in place now. More protection in the circle on the offside.
Yeah, it's an interesting one. You know, first-hand look at the surface, you see a little bit of grass covering and you think that there might be a little bit of carry towards the keeper. And you already see the first two deliveries. It seems that there's a low bounce might come into play. We know this time of year, the heat factor plays a major part. Yes, it's an 8 p.m. local start. But how big a factor will that play in this second leg of HBL PSL?
Lovely ball, fuller length, slight movement away from that off-stump line. I guess the difficult task for the curator is how much to water the pitches in this time of the year, because we're playing off-season here in Abu Dhabi. Lovely seam position. drawing him into that shot. Because he can easily get into overwatering the surface. And in T20, you don't want that. That struggling first 5 or 6 overs. That one stopped in the air and dropped. Who is the culprit? R.S. Rauf. He's not off to an auspicious start in the field. That was lollipop. That really was a sitter.
Everything happened in slow motion. And when we look at it in slow motion, it's a slow one, or maybe just stuck in the pitch. Usman Khawaja with a nothing shot and Haris Rauf with a nothing attempt.
Where's the hole? Dig one, get in. Usman Khawaja is off the mark in a dodgy style, but he'll have that. Munro with an open stance. Likes to hit the ball hard away towards the leg side, and oh, what a beauty! Beautifully done. This time length ball in shape away from the left-hander. Been a lovely start.
As mentioned, could have been so much better with that wicket column changing. But yeah, that's the length and line that he would want to be searching for on a consistent basis. And we spoke about the swing at hand, and he's executing beautifully in this first over.
Once again, Fuller. Excellent start by Shaheen Afridi. And United 2 without a wicket. Top quality sides, Qalandars and United. United know how to pick the win and pick the important encounters. They've been champions twice. Qalandars in pursuit of becoming a champion, and this probably is their best chance with that kind of bowling attack. Faulkner coming into bowl, playing for Qalandars and in PSL for the first time. That wasn't very swift.
There's a look at that opportunity Ghana begging for Lahore Qalandars. Just sitting in the surface a touch with rolling his fingers over it. Up in the air, but safely in the gap. And it's the first boundary for Islamabad United.
A length provided, and it wasn't quick enough. He's almost going forward towards the delivery because there's no pace on it, but swings his arm because of the length, and he knows it. Poor delivery.
Takes the liberty, jumps out of the crease. That's hit smartly enough for 6. I think that goes all the way. So the HBL PSL 6 counter is on the move. That was decently gigantic from the left-hander.
Getting to the ball, going at it because it's a slow pitch, and obviously Faulkner not the quickest, so making use of that. It's a tremendous hit. New ball might just slide on slightly, so you've got to make use of that as well. We talk about swing, but as an opening pair, this probably will be the ideal moment where the ball sort of slides on better. It might just go slower and slower as the game progresses.
What have we got here? We've got a long on into position. Mid-off is up in the circle. Few adjustments. He's now bowling from over the stumps. Slow ball. I think that is how he'll try to base his attack. A lot of cutters, a lot of slow deliveries.
Yeah, it's interesting tactics from Lahore Qalandars using James Faulkner with the new ball. Generally bowls in that middle period in T20 cricket and using those type of deliveries, the change-ups that have been so effective for him over the years.
Oh, cleans him up. That's a great response after being hit for a 6. And well, good to see J. Dot fast delivery. He's removed the left-hander Munro, taking a few liberties, missing the length delivery and gone. Seam up. Shadows the middle stump.
Yeah, you feel that James Faulkner has won the war. It's been an exciting start for Islamabad United, which sees the back of Colin Munro. He goes for 11. Islamabad 12 for 1.
They've got Rohail Nazir at number 3. He's a keeper batsman. Young, just 19 years old. 72 runs, still a fledgling career, so he's got a great post batting at number 3. Let's see what he can do. Munro there just missing the plot after whacking him for a 4 and a 6 and then advancing down the pitch and giving him an easy option to dismiss him. You've got a shot mid-wicket for the slow ball or the back of the hand delivery. Starts off with a very, very juicy, fruity full toss and driven quite cleanly for 4. It's 16 for 1. It's a good, decent batting lineup. Ronki used to provide them with a breathtaking start. They don't have his services available anymore, so a lot will rest on how the middle order operates from here till the end. Such a good length, fuller length with the new ball can be a difficult ball to control. What do you make of this, JP?
Yeah, you miss, I hit. And what's important to note about this wicket is where Munro was looking to hit. It was looking cow corner, and generally on a surface like this with sort of a lower bounce, you want to be looking straight down the ground. So that'll certainly be a reflection for him, but nonetheless, Lahore, they'll be happy with this start thus far.
Thing with Faulkner's bowling is that his seam-up ball is the variation actually, because he bowls so many slow balls, back at the hand stuff, that seam ball did befuddle the batsman in the end. Angle away and missed by Ben Dunk. There's a question mark over his ability whether he'd play or not, Ben Dunk. Got his mouth smashed in the nets. Yeah, I mean, he's just not there. Not to the pitch. Seam up ball, taking care of the left-hander.
And normally with these power hitters, they stay leg side of the ball. So the ball that pitches and comes back in is always dangerous. And we saw that with Monroe.
Just a polite reminder that he's got pace enough to bowl that length also. So you've seen the entire gamut from Shaheen Afridi. That's not the milk cream on his upper lip from breakfast. That is, I think he's got a stitch or two, I think. He's not a natural hitter of the ball. Usman Khaja will probably take a little bit of time to warm up to the innings. Not easy really to target Shaheen Afridi also. The ball is not carrying through at pace, so you've got to just wait a little bit longer as a batsman to strike the big shots. Another full-length delivery, that's gone through straight mid-wicket for 4. Beautifully placed, in fact. That's where he's very, very good, Usman Khaja. Not a big basher of the ball, but he'll look to place the ball like that.
Khawaja has struggled a touch to get the ball away, and when you get an opportunity like this with a full toss, we know that he's looking for that Yorker, Shaheen Afridi, and gets the opportunity, and a little bit of timing on it. On this surface, the outfield, you're going to get value for shots.
That was bright or colourful drive. Shaheen Afridi probably looking for the Yorker length. He gave an opportunity with a full toss, and that's another full toss. So a couple of loose balls to end the over, and it's 26 for 1. Nice shot. Sliced it into the fence. Hardly seemed to have hit it. So there is scope and room for conventional batting also in the first 6. Oh, a smart hit for you.
A very strong square of the wicket is Ruhail Nazir. Be it off the front foot or the back foot, square drive or the square cut, and just letting the ball slide on to the bat. Maximum result. It's almost been quite a sloppy start. There's the catch drop, a bye given, full tosses being bowled. I know you enjoyed your quarantine, JP. So did Pommy, but it's just showing that's the first game of the tournament after a long break and after a long exile, really, in our rooms.
And gone, caught at point. Somehow things are working so well for Faulkner. That's his second. It was a very, very soft dismissal. Once again looking to break his wrist, to get the ball through square on the offside. And he is struck twice now.
Jubilee safe hands for Lahore Qalandars. And then we spoke about the strength of playing square for Sohail, and sees his downfall this time around. Elation once again for Lahore. Royal, he goes for 8. It's Islamabad, 30 for 2.
Skipper is in. Batted many times for Islamabad United at that number 3 slot. He's now batting at 4 with his team in a bit of a bother. 30 for the loss of 2. So it's been, you know, up and down kind of a session so far for both sides. A chance of a run out at the non-strikers, but that had to be collected properly first. 19-year-old was afforded the opportunity to bat at number 3, and I think he missed the bus. Soft dismissal, and you've got to do better than that. Easily taken, making sure that he looked hard at the ball when he was catching it. And Faulkner now 2. 2 for 19 in 1.4. Catch, and almost a great try actually at point. Who says you've got a ball at 150 clicks to pick wickets in T20s? His ball in intelligent line and length, and just inches away from that catch. Rashid Khan was extremely good fielder. Got to do that, pick up the singles and twos to get some rhythm going into this batting performance. Islamabad 2 down for 33 after 4.
Ahmad Daniel, an emerging player. Yeah, good work so far. The Qalandars. Islamabad a couple of wickets down, and that man Khawaja has got to get himself going. Hey Sana. Hey Grant.
Hello there. Usman Khawaja has not looked very comfortable here since the start of the match, and Lahore has been dominating in the sense that they've got 2 wickets here, but still a bit of sloppy cricket from both sides till now.
Oopsie, would have bowled that again. Just look at the J. Super over. It didn't take you long, did it? You're Kiwis. Can I call you a Kiwi? Can I? Is that okay? I'm not entirely sure, Sana. What do I call him? Do I call him a Joe Burger? Do I call him a Kiwi? I don't know.
There are Yorkers and bouncers in the com box as well.
Kiwi. Sledging. Whoa. A slow ball gone wrong. Youngster. Yeah, turning up and trying to work with his variations, and that's not gone to plan.
I'm not sure if the dew is a factor here. We have seen a couple of full tosses, we have seen drop catches, and then this kind of wide delivery.
Yeah, good start here from Lahore Qalandars. They'll be looking for that 3rd wicket. You want to get 3 in the first 6. They've got Islamabad on the ropes here, 37 for 2. You always, as a bowling team, you want to look at the start of the game, try and set it up by getting 3. So important period this, the next 8 balls.
Yeah, nicely played, but a slow pitch, and the expectation right up at the top with the batsmen that have a go first is that they think 2020 cricket. They very much think they've got to be aggressive because you've got to try and put a score on the board, use the first 6. But really, right at the beginning of a tournament, as you get into a place where you're not sure what's going to happen, it's about trying to work out the conditions, isn't it? Shot, beautifully played. Rode the bounce beautifully there, Shadab, and it's gone for 4.
Oh, he's impressive. The captain, Shadab Khan. He really has impressed with both bat and ball over time. And this is a shot of high quality. 41 for 2 after 5.
Yes, yes. ये पावर प्ले का आखिरी ओवर है, बाल बाल बचे शादाब खान खतरों से खेल रही है अभी भी इस्लामाबाद की टीम। और ये पाकिस्तान सुपर लीग का जो कारवां है ये महरान से यहाँ खलीज फारस के साहिलों पर आ पहुँचा है। ये पिछले ओवर के आखिरी गेंद पर जो बहुत खूबसूरत स्क्वायर कट खेला था शादाब खान ने, दानियाल ने शॉर्ट गेंद की और मनमानी का मौका मिल गया शादाब खान को। और अभी तक मूवमेंट ज़रूर मिली है यहाँ पर लाहौर कलंदर्स के बॉलर्स को। हवा में खेला एक और लूज शॉट और फिर विकेट मिल गई फॉकनर की तीसरी, उनके तीसरे ओवर में।
फॉकनर जो चेंज ऑफ पेस के साथ बॉल कर रहे हैं, अभी तक कोई इनको खास पकड़ नहीं सका। हालांकि जब इन्होंने ओवर शुरू किया था अपना पहला तो ऐसे लग रहा था कि बहुत इनकी हजामत होगी, बट कप्तान जो है वो भी अपने आप को नहीं संभाल सके। थोड़ी सी बैक ऑफ द पाम डिलीवरी जिसको कहते हैं, थोड़ी सी कटर भी था इसको और आराम से सीधा कैच पकड़ा दिया मिड ऑफ द फील्ड। सोहेल अख्तर ने इजी कैच दिया और अभी तक तो कमाल का डेब्यू हो रहा है फॉकनर। कर ना सके शादाब खान, सिर्फ साथ ही कर सके और इस्लामाबाद यूनाइटेड घबराहट का शिकार। 3 आउट 42।
इफ्तिखार अहमद की आमद हुई है जो 31वां मैच खेल रहे हैं इस्लामाबाद यूनाइटेड के लिए। 286 रन बनाए हुए हैं। बहुत ही ख़राब शॉट खेला शादाब खान ने, तीसरी विकेट गिर गई। और जब भी 3 विकेटें गिर जाती हैं किसी टीम की T20 मैच में तो 75% उसके हारने के इम्कानात हो जाते हैं। गेंद बल्ले पर आई भी नहीं और फिर एंगल पे भी मात खा गए।
वो गरीब किस्म का खेल हुआ है मैं ये कहूँगा, क्योंकि विकेटें भी गिरी है, मिस फील्ड भी हुई है, कैचेस भी ड्रॉप हुए हैं, रन चौका छक्के भी लगे हैं, मगर जैसे होता है ना अनटाइडी सी क्रिकेट दिखने को मिली है। और जो लुब्बे लुबाब ये है फ्रॉम बैटिंग पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू तारिक के आपको स्लोअर बॉल पे अपनी गिरफ्त मजबूत करनी, क्योंकि अभी तक चेंज ऑफ पेस जो है ना जिसको हम कहते हैं उसी की वजह से विकेटें गिरी हैं। ये भी एक बहुत ही सॉफ्ट डिसमिसल है जिसको क्रिकेटिंग टर्म्स में कहते हैं और थोड़ी सी जल्दी कर गया। अभी थोड़ा सा और ये पिच एडजस्टमेंट का टाइम मांगती है।
देखिए फिर बैक ऑफ द हैंड, ये स्लो डिलीवरी थी, पहले खेल गए उस्मान ख्वाजा। बॉलिंग अच्छी हुई है यहाँ पर लाहौर कलंदर्स की जानिब से, लेकिन शायद ये कहना पूरा सच नहीं होगा। पूरा सच ये है कि बैटिंग बहुत ख़राब हुई है। तो ये ज़्यादा परवाह करते नहीं हैं इस्लामाबाद यूनाइटेड के बैट्समैन। विकेटें जहाँ तक गंवाने का ताल्लुक है हमेशा रन्स के लिए जाते हैं, वार करते हैं, ख़ासतौर पर पहले 6 ओवर्स में। कराची में ये हिकमत अमली कामयाब रही थी, लेकिन वो जिस तरह कहते हैं सहरा में वो घोड़े नहीं दौड़ते, यहाँ पे आपको ऊँट की चाल चलना पड़ती है कभी कभी।
या पजेरो बहुत यहाँ पे SUVs हैं UAE में, मगर फॉकनर को इन्होंने थोड़ा सा जिसको कहते हैं ना माठा बॉलर समझ के और पूरा ही हमला कर दिया और उन्होंने जो है चुपके से देखे क्या हाल कर दिया। 43 पे 3।
ये तो पहले 6 ओवर्स मुकम्मल हो गए हैं। ये उसी का इशारा था अलीम डार की जानिब से। तो 2 की जगह 5 फील्डर आप बाउंड्री पर भेज सकते हैं। हारिस रऊफ इसलिए अटैक में आ गए। कराची का जो मरहला था उसमें इन्होंने नई गेंद शेयर की थी, लेकिन ज़्यादा रास आया नहीं था तजुर्बा लाहौर कलंदर्स को। हमेशा डेथ बॉलिंग अच्छी करते हैं, सेमी न्यू बॉल पर ज़्यादा फाल रहते हैं।
देखिए इतना अच्छा बॉलिंग का स्प्रेड जिसको कहते हैं, इतनी ऑप्शंस हैं कलंदर्स के पास कि कोई भी अगर चाल सही नहीं चलती है या नहीं पड़ती है तो फिर इनके पास फॉल बैक पोजीशन है और भी आके कोई बॉलर्स हैं वो फिर आपका सहारा बन सकते हैं। मगर ये विकेट टेकिंग ऑप्शन है, आगे गेंद करेंगे और तेज करेंगे।
फील्डर हैं स्क्वायर लेग पर, टीम डेविड थे। दोनों टीमों की आज जो मनसूबाबंदी है वो ज़रा सा मुख्तलिफ है। लाहौर कलंदर्स की टीम का पूरा इन्हिसार उनके फास्ट बॉलर्स पर है। शाहीन आफरीदी, हारिस रऊफ, अहमद दानियाल, जेम्स फॉकनर, राशिद खान इनके सोलो स्पिनर हैं। इस्लामाबाद यूनाइटेड ने 2 स्पिनर्स खिलाए, 2 लेग स्पिनर, शादाब खान और फवाद अहमद। फिर गेंद पूरी तरह बल्ले पर नहीं आई। शाहीन अफरीदी थे, उनके झुकने में भी वक्त लगा, इससे रन मुकम्मल हो गया। यहाँ इजाफी रन्स जो हैं वो मिल गए। यहाँ ये 5 रन्स का इजाफा हो गया।
जिस तरह से बल्ले की आवाज़ आ रही है ना बॉल पे, लगता है जैसे स्पीकर की तार टूट गई हुई है, क्योंकि वो जो बूमिंग साउंड है ना वो नहीं आ रही। और बेन डंक का थोड़ा सा ख्याल करना पड़ेगा, उनके टांके मुंह में लगे हुए हैं। तो प्रैक्टिस सेशन में उनको बहुत बुरी गेंद लगी थी, तो ये बैट बाउंस था, वो नहीं कोशिश करेंगे क्योंकि फिर से नहीं चाहेंगे कि गेंद लग जाए। तो थोड़ा सा हाथ आउटफील्डर्स को हल्का रखना पड़ेगा। 50 रन मुकम्मल हुए। थोड़ा सा टफ है इस्लामाबाद यूनाइटेड के लिए, मगर ये ऐसी पिच है कि अगर आप 100 सवा 100 भी कर जाते हैं ना तो आपको एक आस लगी रहती है, क्योंकि मुश्किल है बैटिंग करना। और रन्स ऑन द बोर्ड मैं समझता हूँ कि शायद इस्लामाबाद यूनाइटेड अगर कर लेता है 125, 130 तो मुकाबले से बिल्कुल बाहर नहीं हो जाएंगे।
यहाँ पर जो IPL के मैचेस हुए थे सितंबर में, वहाँ पर बड़े स्कोर देखने को मिले थे। पिचेस की रंगत बिल्कुल ऐसी ही थी, हल्की हल्की घास सी ऊपरी सतह पर। और कट किया और गेंद सीधी गई फॉकनर के हाथों में, जिनको आज आप खेल से बाहर नहीं देख सकते। मुश्किल क्या ही था, अपने हमवतन उस्मान ख्वाजा को चलता किया। इस तरह विकेटें गिरने का सिलसिला जारी है।
बिल्कुल आपने सही कहा, फॉकनर की चांदी, ईद, क्रिसमस सब चीज़ें आज हो रही है। ये मुश्किल कैच होता है इसलिए कि फ्लैट गया, अभी आप यूज हो रहे हैं लाइट्स के हिसाब से, मुश्किल कैच को आसान बनाया। और पेस है इनके पास, 140 की रफ्तार से बॉल किया था और कंट्रोल नहीं कर सके उस्मान ख्वाजा। 18 किया 17 बॉलों पे, 50 पे 4।
हुसैन तलत को आना पड़ा है। 34 मैचेस में 538 रन हैं और 56 का बेहतरीन स्कोर है। बहुत अरसे से खेल रहे हैं, 2017 से ये इस्लामाबाद यूनाइटेड के स्क्वाड का हिस्सा हैं और ये पहली मरतबा हिस्सा बने थे
देखिए कलंदर्स की बॉलिंग का यही फ़ायदा है कि आउट करने वाले बॉलर्स और आप गेम से कभी बाहर नहीं हो सकते क्योंकि पार्टनरशिप नहीं लगने देंगे और चाहे T20 क्रिकेट हो जाए, चाहे वनडे, चाहे टेस्ट मैच, विकेटें मिलेंगी तो आप बिजनेस में रहेंगे।
हाँ, बिल आखिर लीव करते हुए देखा हमने यूनाइटेड के किसी बैट्समैन को। बहुत ज़्यादा मंजरनामा बदल गया है इस्लामाबाद यूनाइटेड के लिए जब ये कराची में खेल रहे थे और एलेक्स हेल्स जिस तरह की बैटिंग कर रहे थे, बहुत बड़ा फ़र्क लेकर आते थे वहाँ।
असल में अब मसला ये है कि सर्वाइवल की गेम पहले 7वें ओवर में ही इनको अपनानी पड़ी है और खेलना पड़ा है। 4 विकेटें 7 ओवर्स में, तो रिदम ही नहीं है इनिंग्स में। अब बचना है, आउट नहीं होना, थोड़ी सी पार्टनरशिप लगाने की ज़रूरत है। बहुत सारा मुश्किल काम अब करना पड़ेगा इस्लामाबाद यूनाइटेड को इस मैच में रहने के लिए। 4 विकेटें गिर गई हैं, 51 स्कोर।
जेम्स फॉकनर अपना स्पेल यहीं पर मुकम्मल करेंगे। बहुत कम देखने को मिलता है जब T20 क्रिकेट में तो बॉलर जो है लगातार 4 ओवर का स्पेल करे। 2 नए बैट्समैन विकेट पर आ चुके हैं, हुसैन तलत और इफ्तिखार अहमद। यहाँ IPL के दिनों की हम बात कर रहे थे जब 195 रन भी चेज हो गए थे इसी मैदान पर। अच्छी फील्डिंग, बड़ी शानदार थ्रो फ़खर जमान की, लेकिन अपनी क्रीज में वापस आ गए थे इफ्तिखार अहमद।
Review for run out. Can I have best angle please? I'm happy, man. My decision is not out. Big screen, not out.
कमाल ही हो जाता अगर एक रन आउट भी मिल जाता इस वक्त कलंदर्स को। सिर्फ तरीके ढूंढ रहे आउट होने के, ऐसा लग रहा है। देखिए फॉकनर को नए बॉल पे लगाना एक अच्छी हिकमत अमली आप कहेंगे, इसलिए कि ऐसा बॉलर आखिर में आते हैं या जब पिटाई हो रही हो तो चेंज ऑफ पेस फिर आप इंट्रोड्यूस करवाते हैं। नए बॉल के साथ इनको लगाना वो तभी हो सका जबकि आपने पिच ठीक रीड कर। इस पिच में हिट लगानी मुश्किल है, वेरिएशन से आप जो है वो बैट्समैन को मुश्किल में मुब्तला कर सकते हैं और ये सब चीज़ें फॉकनर ने करके दिखा दी और घबराहट का शिकार नहीं। पहला मैच खेल रहे हैं, बहुत आला एडजस्ट किया ना।
जी, और एक सोच ये भी हो सकती थी कि मोहम्मद हफीज़ से बॉलिंग का आगाज़ कराया जाता। कॉलिन मनरो और उस्मान ख्वाजा आए थे, लेकिन जेम्स फॉकनर ने बड़ी नपी तुली बॉलिंग की, रफ्तार में रद्दो-बदल भी किया, कामयाबियाँ समेटते रहे। उस्मान ख्वाजा आउट होने वाले आखिरी बैट्समैन थे जो कट करते हुए विकेट से हाथ धो बैठे। फिर रफ्तार में रद्दो-बदल और शानदार शॉट खेला सामने की जानिब। हुसैन तलत ने भरपूर कुव्वत से उन्हें वार किया, उनका पहला चौका।
बस आप क्रीज से बाहर भी खड़े होकर इनको खेल सकते हैं, अपनी लेंथ बना सकते हैं। अभी तक सबने क्रीज में खड़े होकर देखे, थोड़ा सा वो बाहर निकले थे और इसी वजह से जो कनेक्शन था वो बहुत बेहतर था। तो जल्दी से एडजस्ट करना है और ये सही जोन भी ठीक है, हालांकि थोड़ी सी आपिश थी मगर खास खतरा नहीं था। कदमों का इस्तेमाल आप कर सकते हैं फॉकनर के केस, इनकी लेंथ से इनको ऑफ करवाएं, बड़ा ज़रूरी है। और इनका जो चेंज ऑफ पेस है वो सीम अप बॉल है, इतनी स्लोअर बॉल्स करते हैं 60 पे 4।
फॉकनर ने 3 विकेटें हासिल की हैं। राशिद खान को अभी तक नहीं आजमाया गया। इस्लामाबाद यूनाइटेड की टीम को यहाँ से कुछ संभल कर चलना होगा।
देखिए तारिक, आप ऑपोजिशन की बॉलिंग को देख के अपना बैटिंग ऑर्डर भी स्लॉट कर सकते हैं। तो आपको पता है, अब तो खैर बिल्कुल ही यकीन हो जाएगा कि मिडल ऑफ द इनिंग्स में इनको इस्तेमाल करेंगे राशिद को। तो आपके पास कौन से ऐसे बल्लेबाज हैं जो स्पिन को अच्छा खेलते हैं, तो उनको आप यूज़ करें राशिद के खिलाफ। और फॉकनर की लैक ऑफ पेस को कौन अब समझेगा, संभालेगा, उसके ऊपर भी गौर व फिक्र सब टीम्स को करना। बहुत आला रिकॉर्ड है इनका, T20s में नंबर 1 दुनिया के बॉलर हैं। 80 विकेटें 61 मैचेस में और इकॉनमी बहुत अच्छी एवरेज देखें 18.43।
और ये सरकर्दा जो 3 बॉलर्स हैं आपको इस फहरिस्त में नज़र आ रहे हैं, राशिद के अलावा हारिस रऊफ थे। ये तीनों लाहौर कलंदर्स की टीम से खेल रहे हैं। शाहीन अफरीदी, इससे अंदाज़ा किया जा सकता है कि कितना ताकतवर बॉलिंग अटैक है लाहौर कलंदर्स का। राशिद खान इन मैदानों से बिल्कुल भी अजनबी नहीं है, बहुत क्रिकेट खेली हुई है इनने, क्योंकि अफगानिस्तान की टीम का ये होम ग्राउंड है। यूएई में अपने अक्सर इंटरनेशनल मैचेस खेलते हैं।
तेज़ ये स्पिन करते हैं बॉल को, बड़े स्पिनर नहीं हैं मगर एक्यूरेट है, विकेट टू विकेट बॉल करते हैं। तो इनको हिट मारना उस लिहाज से मुश्किल है। फिर गूगली बहुत अच्छी करते हैं।
जी, इनकी जो औसत स्पीड है वो 93 की है और जो आम लेग स्पिनर की औसत स्पीड है वो 87 की होती है। तकरीबन 6 किलोमीटर का फ़र्क है राशिद का और दूसरों का। हेड एंड शोल्डर्स, थोड़ी जगह मिल गई थी लेकिन बहुत पीछे थे, पोजीशन में आ नहीं सके। इफ्तिखार अहमद, जिनका अच्छा रिकॉर्ड नहीं है स्पिन बॉलिंग के सामने, ये बहुत अच्छा खेलते थे स्पिनर्स को। अलीम डार बहुत अच्छा स्वीप शॉट खेला करते थे। गेंद सीधी निकल गई। और दिलचस्प बात यह है कि राशिद खान जो हैं ये खुद को रिस्ट स्पिनर नहीं मानते, ये खुद को फिंगर स्पिनर कहलवाना पसंद करते हैं।
पसंद करें या ना करें मगर ये रिस्ट स्पिन ही कर रहे हैं। एंड डंक थोड़े से अभी तक जागे नहीं है क्वारंटीन के बाद, बहुत सारी मिसेस की हैं इन्होंने। ओह, मेरे ख्याल में थोड़ा सा बल्ला लग गया या ग्लव लगा है। अगर ये प्रोग्राम शॉट है और ये मजबूर करते हैं आपको, देखिए विकेटें गिरी हुई हैं, फिर राशिद खान को आप अनलीश कर दें तो फिर मुश्किल हो जाती है। ज़्यादा बड़ा स्पिन नहीं, अगर ये पैड पे लगती तो गए थे डगआउट में वापस।
यहाँ एक ही एक्शन से बैक ऑफ द हैंड से ये लेग स्पिन और गुगली भी करते हैं 61 पे 4। अहमद दानियाल आए हैं गेंद करने के लिए। इस बार कटर फेंका, अच्छी बॉलिंग का मुजाहरा अहमद दानियाल की जानिब से।
इनकी अच्छी ट्रेनिंग होगी, राशिद रियाज की भी अच्छी हो रही होगी, अलीम डार के साथ खड़े में कुछ सीखेंगे और दानियाल की भी, क्योंकि ऐसे बॉलिंग एनवायरनमेंट में एक यंगस्टर का आना जो है वो बहुत ही खुशाइंद होता है और इनको मैक्सिमम इस्तेमाल करना चाहिए जो बॉलिंग हेड्स हैं कलंदर्स की डग आउट में और अपने आप को और ज़्यादा स्किलफुल बनाना है। पेस तो है, सो बेसिक इंग्रेडिएंट है इनके पास, यॉर्कर भी कर लेते हैं, एनर्जी लगती है। मुझे तो ऐसा लगता है कि वो हारिस रऊफ का एक मिनी मी है, उसी तरह का ब्रिस्क रनअप है और तेज़ बॉल करते हैं, आगे बॉल करते हैं।
जी और अच्छा क्विक काम एक्शन है। टेप बॉल क्रिकेट खेलते हुए आए हैं लाहौर से। लाहौर कलंदर्स का जो PDP प्लेयर्स डेवलपमेंट प्रोग्राम है उससे आते हैं। अहमद दानियाल कराची के मरहले में भी उन्होंने अच्छी बॉलिंग की थी, डेथ ओवर्स में भी बॉलिंग करते हुए नजर आए थे, पावर प्ले में भी बॉलिंग की और बहुत ही मुख्तसर रनअप के साथ आकर बैट्समैन को परेशान करते हैं। अपर कट किया और थर्ड मैन के फील्डर हारिस रऊफ के पास मौका नहीं था, वो छक्के का इशारा दे रहे हैं।
मुझे लगता है कि सीधा लैंड किया है बॉल बाउंड्री कुशन के ऊपर, थोड़ी सी बॉल शॉट थी और बहुत आला शॉट खेला और मेरे ख्याल से छक्का मिलना चाहिए। सीधी जाके वो बाउंड्री कुशन पे जाके बॉल लगा है।
हम बात कर रहे थे कि इफ्तिखार अहमद जो हैं ये स्पिनर्स के सामने इनका इतना आला रिकॉर्ड नहीं है, लेकिन फास्ट बॉलर को बहुत अच्छा खेलते हैं, ख़ास तौर पर शॉर्ट गेंदों का मुकाबला बड़ी जमा मर्दी से करते हैं। ऑस्ट्रेलिया जब गए थे वहाँ पर भी बहुत मुतासिर किया था।
वो पिच है जहाँ पे इम्प्रोवाइज करना थोड़ा सा मुश्किल है, सो आप अपने आप को थोड़ी सी बर्दाश्त पैदा करें, कोई 5-7 बॉल खड़े रहें पिच पे और फिर आपको अपॉर्चुनिटीज मिलती है। ये भी जो छक्का लगा है ये एक शॉर्ट बॉल था और ओरिजिनल शॉट खेलें, जहाँ पे बैट्समैन ने इम्प्रोवाइज किया या कोई रिस्क उठाया वो आउट हो गया। तो पिच के हिसाब से अपना जो गेम प्लान है उसको थोड़ा सा दुरुस्त यहाँ पे टीम्स को करना पड़ेगा, बल्लेबाजों को अबू धाबी की पिच के हिसाब से।
और आहिस्ता गेंद करने की कोशिश की, एक बार फिर बड़ी उम्दा फील्डिंग फ़खर जमान की। फिट होने के बाद वो दबाव बरकरार रखे हुए हैं 30 गज के दायरे के अंदर और अब लगता ये है कि ये वार करना चाह रहे हैं अहमद दानियाल के खिलाफ। जेम्स फॉकनर के 4 ओवर पूरे हो गए हैं। शाहीन आफरीदी, हारिस रऊफ, राशिद खान, ये 3 ऐसे बॉलर हैं जो आसानी के साथ रन नहीं देंगे इस्लामाबाद यूनाइटेड को। अहमद दानियाल और अटैक करना चाह रहे हैं। इस बार पहले पुल करना चाहते थे, शॉट को चेक किया और अपनी क्रीज में बर वक्त वापस आ गए। अच्छा ओवर यूनाइटेड के लिए 68 पे 4।
Islamabad United 4 down at this stage. Trying to make something out of this innings, and the problems here with Rashid. But this was another good piece of fielding, sharp piece of fielding. The dive was good enough. Maybe the thought of the run initially was misguided, but he got back safely enough. Oh, of old. Oh. Roll his fingers over the top. Bit of top spin, bit of acceleration. Beats the shot.
Yeah, and this is the caliber of the man, particularly in this shorter format. He's so effective for every team that he's played across the world.
Yes, Rash.
Goes to the googly. Just a fraction short.
Head and shoulders, कंधे से बोझ हटा दे, dance move.
Where are they in the crowd? I'm not quite sure.
Interesting question.
Oh.
He does have that variety, does Rashid Khan. Bowls them all pretty well. Saw the googly a couple of balls ago. 39% of his deliveries are googlies in T20 cricket. The trick is realising which one it is when you're the other end, 20 yards away, isn't it? It's looped in the air. It's not going to go anywhere particularly. Faulkner has been the man in the action throughout this innings so far in the field.
Bright or colourful fan of the match take part and stand a chance of winning a signed ball by the player of the match. You know who it is already, Dave.
It's going to be my decision. I'll tell you that much. It's going to be my decision. And I suppose, no, I don't want to give it away. Don't want to give it away. A lot can happen yet. But there is already a contender. I'll give you that much of a clue. .72 for 4. Ben Dunk receiving a bit of first aid. There was a blow to the face the other day in practice, or maybe earlier, not quite sure. He had a little bit of tape on that lip at the start of the game, and I can imagine that with the temperature out there, the bandages aren't working so well. Well, time for a cup of tea, Tapal tea moment here as we watch the medical team at work. Delicious, isn't it? Come on.
Carry on, we'll have a cuppa while you just carry on commentating.
Go for it. I'll tell you what, drinks all round. And there'll be a lot of drinks out there in the middle today. Tonight it is still mighty hot. 34 at the moment. High today probably about 38, feels like a lot more.
So the issue now would be what? 8 overs after this over. They still have lots of batting to come. They've got Asif Ali, Fahim Ashraf, got Hassan Ali. who plays the big shot, but you still don't know what a good total will be on this pitch. And with the slowness, do you actually pack your power hitters to get you, say, 12 runs and over in the final 4 or 5?
No. I think, well, there's one attempt at a big hit, and that shows exactly the dangers of trying to go big on this pitch against this sort of bowling. Miscued, catch is taken safely enough. So the pressure mounts on Islamabad, 72 for 5 now. And I don't think it's going to be the first batsman to shake his head in disappointment with a bit of a miscue. Or the last.
Yeah, just haven't found their way thus far. Islamabad United trying to be the aggressor. As mentioned, just above 8 overs left in this game, trying to find a reasonable total. But Iftikhar, he has to go for 12, 72 for 5.
$72 for 5, Asif Ali. And I'm just wondering what the players have been thinking in the dugout, watching these first almost 12 overs now, in the 12th over now, trying to decide what's the best way forward, trying to decide what's the best target to aim for, because I think that 160 is going to be hard to get. Hard to manoeuvre the ball, certainly very hard to time it, on the evidence of what we've seen so far, and hit it over the top. And the Lahore Qalandars have bowled it well too. Oh, just past the slip, guided away down there, and beats the dive.
So often Asif Ali has been in a position to try and recover the innings for Islamabad United to good effect. That's been a great start in his first delivery, getting a boundary. Just a delicate touch past that sort of second slip. And certainly a welcome boundary for Islamabad.
Calling for 2, they're not going to get it. Yeah, the fact there's a slip in at all at this stage of a T20 match, 12th over, gives you a clue as to the way the game is going. It's good captaincy to have the man in there for the new batsman as well. You can see the look of disappointment building just as it comes off the bat. That's a Jubilee safe hands catch. Doesn't matter how many times you rehearse the shot, still in the hands, and you're still back in the hutch. 77 for 5 now, 2 balls left in this over. Even that was mistimed. Just a length ball, and the lesson for everyone is that hitting on the up when you haven't really got much pace in the pitch, timing is going to be hard. Now that is timed, and that will be 2 runs to finish off this 12th over. 80 for 5.
Too many wickets. 5 down. Still 8 overs to go. There's Rashid Khan.
Yeah.
Oh, got him. Bowled him. Looking to smash it down the ground. Made absolutely no contact.
So many times we see from Rashid Khan, him going away from the left-hander. Bowling is wrong and more sliding it on this time. Coming into the left-hander, the leg spinner. Beautifully bowled. Almost hitting the top of off. And another wicket for the Qalandars. They really are on top here. Islamabad 80 for 6.
Yeah. Oh, Rashid. Him a little bit finer and then him around.
$80 for 6.
No one, huh?
Yeah, there's something to be said for teams kind of going with their DNA and playing the way they play. But you've got to adjust to how things go, how conditions are. And I just feel Islamabad have refused to do that here. Just continue to play shots. Need somebody to just hang about there. See if they can get to, what, 40, 45, maybe at just a run a ball. And perhaps they get to 130, 140 with someone trying to do that.
Yeah, absolutely right. Pommy, they keep losing wickets. No one in the Islamabad lineup has scored over 20. And when the conditions are favouring the bowlers, you need someone to stay there. Someone who can get 60 to 80 to try and get a formidable total. But they're always up against it. And they're up against one of the world's best here in Rashid Khan.
Oi, Rashid.
And we have seen Islamabad United batters playing in one zone. A lot of batters tried to clear that mid-off region. They were not able to do it, but kept repeating the same shot on the same pitch. And now taking on Rashid Khan, not one of the most intelligent things to do in a condition where your team has already lost so many wickets.
Yeah, he's magnificent, Rashid Khan, and he's second only to Imran Tahir in the leggies list for most wickets in 2020s.
Well, he's got it going both ways now. Saw the dismissal was the leg spinner, and that one, the googly, wrong and just going into the right-hander. I'll tell you, someone that's really impressed me has been Fahim Ashraf as a batter. Came to New Zealand, played in the Test series there. Very impressive player, aggressive. He's got a task ahead of him here. He's going to have to try and rebuild it. When I say rebuilding in T20 cricket, you might just have 10 balls to get in here and then decide on what a decent total is.
Come on. Come on, boys. Come on, boys.
There's the smile donut moment of the day. Beautiful smile there. Makes everything better.
Oh, Rashid. Brilliant bowling, Rash. Brilliant bowling.
That's the over, 83 for 6.
Middle off है. Center.
Yeah, nothing really happening there for the Islamabad United side. Few into double figures, not as quickly as they'd like. Their start was decent though. Catch it was the call. It split them in the deep on that leg side. 4 runs.
That's a really good shot. You have been talking about Fahim Ashraf, and we know the quality of his batting, his bowling there, flicking it off his leg. Excellent shot. There's no one there. 4 runs.
I think it's a classic example here from Islamabad United where they've been put in. They start thinking, well, what's a good total here? Is it, 170, 180? You heard 160 at the toss, but you try and come out of the blocks. You lose wickets, and you try and rebuild, and you recalculate, and you go, well, maybe 140 is a decent score here. So it'll be interesting to see what their thinking is and how aggressively they play here, because they need a total to bowl to. I think anything over 140 could be enough.
Got to give kudos to the Qalandars though, in the way that they've used their bowlers. Let's look at how the pitch is, and in talking about 140, you're talking about the slowness of the surface. Threw it way too early, and there's been a change of pace used quite a lot. Faulkner to good effect. And you were talking about it, Sana, that it was difficult to go over the top, over mid-off and mid-on, because of the slowness of the surface. And Haris Rauf's got to do a whole lot more of changing the pace. He bowls quickly, bowls 145, close to 150, and generally uses pace. But on here, he's got to adjust. And I was talking about how they've used their bowlers. What's happened is there've been good waves of attack. So with Faulkner starting up and bowling his slower balls, there really has been no respite for Islamabad, because Haris Rauf in, then you have the leg spin of Rashid Khan, all really good bowlers. So you're searching to try and find a way to get into the game, but you've got these good bowlers all turning up and no real weak link. And Jubilee, my stars 11. Yeah, make your 11 and stand a chance to win exciting prizes. 1 crore. I just know that crores are a lot.
Solid finish to the over there. Islamabad 88 for 6.
Well, projected scores 148 if they get that. If you are Lahore Qalandars, you'll be disappointed. 8 and over, yeah, at a stretch. I suppose at the back end, you 2-3 overs where you can strike some blows. They'll be quite happy if they got there, actually, Islamabad United. Here's Daniel. They'll go at him.
Beautiful. Bit of Tapal tea with my friends here in the commentary box. Pommy, what a good drop this is.
Yeah, you love your tea, don't you?
Not as much as Ramiz Raja. He loves his tea.
Crossed that 20 mark, and not any batter has not spent much time on the wicket, and it has not been a pitch that has allowed batters to come and dominate the bowlers.
Oh, keeps. Oh dear, those are free runs, those. You're so happy if you're Islamabad United, but yeah, not good enough, really.
Yeah, it was slightly tough one for Ben Duck, just sort of landing short there, but probably should have got there with the gloves. We've seen overthrows for 5, now we've seen 4 byes. And when you're in this position as Islamabad, every run counts. There's 9 that we see. It shouldn't be on the board.
Yeah, and we'll be hoping that today, because they've gone so well to this point, it doesn't hurt them, but it's something they got to tighten up on. Taken. Oh, it was smashed, you know. And the professor takes it.
That ball was travelling. It was smoked, but right into the hands of Mohammad Hafiz.
Yeah, back of a length from Daniel, and trying to get on top of it. Wasn't sure whether to go over or under. It was in between the safe hands of the captain, the ex-captain actually, the professor, Mohammad Hafiz. He doesn't drop them. Islamabad 93 for 7.
Hafiz, first tell me about that catch, buddy. Getting across there, those legs still go quite quickly.
Yeah, I think I moved it very quickly, and I think it was a good catch, to be honest.
Yeah, I think so too. Tell me, 93 for 7, what do you think a good score to chase from here is?
Well, to be honest, there's something for the bowlers, so we're looking for the lesser would be great for us. So we're looking for taking more wickets, like not to give them 20 overs, so if we can take them out early, that would be great. So we're looking for 110, 120, not more than that.
Okay, all the best.
Thanks.
Couple of wickets for Daniel. 2 for 23. Yeah, just a couple of balls to go, and it's a nice game to be in this. You're ripping your opposition apart. They're just 94 on the board.
Yeah, and with Lahore Qalandars leaving out, Ilba Hussain, Daniel's done the job. What a magnificent catch that is. We heard from Mohammad Hafiz, I'm quick. It was a good catch, I don't drop them. Brilliant stuff. They're running on confidence fumes, the Lahore Qalandars at the moment.
Might well be safe, you know. Yeah, no man's land right between the two fielders. Mid wicket and long on, trying to get to that, couldn't. Parkview City question of the day. Who scored first century in the HBL PSL? You win a plot at the end of the league. Come on, get answering. Shot. That's nicely played. They need those and more. 15 gone, 99 for 7. Yeah, 99 for 7, Islamabad United. They got 5 overs to go, and yeah, first target, I guess, is to beat 118, because that's the lowest score in this edition, and this is a continuation, of course, of the PSL.
And that's the 4 coming off the bat of Hassan Ali, who has been pretty impressive with the bat lately, especially in Quaid-e-Azam Trophy final. So we'll see what he can do for the team.
Yeah, I was going to say, Sana, I mean, the first shot he played, first ball, straight bat, just punched it to mid-off, got off strike, and then that beautiful drive. He certainly does look like the part.
No. Thanks for asking. They could review it.
Outside leg stump, I don't think so that would be a good call.
Only the captain gets to review those ones, Pommy. You're bowling and you're the captain. Give it a go.
He's just magic, is Rashid Khan, and you want him in your side. You just always want him in your side. 100 has come up. He's bowled 13 dot balls. Hasn't gone for a boundary. There's that smile moment of the day. Smile donut moment. Grant Elliott smiling like a Cheshire cat because of the donuts. I can see that.
Oh, I'd love to see a few of those donuts up in the commentary box.
Hey!
Another wrong one. Rashid Khan, as you said, Pommy. I mean, look at those figures. 1 for 8 off 3.4 overs. This is the danger of Rashid Khan. As a team, you can say, let's try and not lose wickets to him and let him go for as little as possible. Well, that's a nice shot. Swept away. Gonna look for 2, just the 1. Nice looking shot there from Hassan Ali.
He's definitely oozing with confidence with the bat as well. He captained Central Punjab in the domestic tournament, brought the team up, batted really well. We all know how good his bowling is. And Rashid Khan, absolutely amazing.
Bowling finishes with a dot. 1 for 9 from his 4. Wow. 101 for 7.
Qalandars unleashing their bowling potential in this opening contest. What a stint for him. Wrong and spinning appreciably, not being picked off the palm. Yeah, it had a little bit of bounce and well collected in the end by the keeper. What do we make of this performance? Is it because of pitch being a little difficult or bad batting then, boys?
As ever, a bit of both. But the pitch has been difficult. Very hard to time the ball consistently. No pace in the pitch, which we could see actually from pretty much the first ball. And for the quicker bowlers, they've taken pace off the ball. For Rashid Khan, he's just bowled his magic range of deliveries. That was a bad shot. Yeah, that's the mix for you.
That clears the man at mid-off. May just fetch him a 4. I think the idea has got to be to play with as straight the face of the blade as possible on a track like this, because improvisation, JP, has been difficult.
Yeah, it's one thing having a positive mindset and trying to sort of attack throughout the innings, but it's also important to take certain factors into the occasion here, which is the pitch being one, and obviously what are the do's and don'ts that you can do on a surface like that. And as mentioned, you talk about the direct line of your blade. Nicely played down to mid-off, looking for 2. Yeah, get it comfortably. It's identifying opportunities. Who are the bowlers that you can possibly target? Yeah, there's a few things that I'd play.
Right, Ariel Karega, sub possible moments. Challenge is to roll that ball and get stuff cleaned up. Islamabad United at this stage would be thinking about getting or eking out maximum out of the last 3 or 4 overs. 120, they'd probably be still in the game if they get early wickets in the first 6 overs.
Yeah, rule 1 is use the whole time available, so get through those 20 overs. And when you're 7 down and in the 17th, just pay attention to that. And then say to yourself, look, just runs on the board. We've struggled. Who knows what's going to happen? There's, we don't know about the dew factor tonight. It might make it easier.
That's a scare, should be taken. Shaheen Shah Afridi lines himself up. Another wicket goes down. So that is where Qalandars have been so useful. Not only bowling the right line, the variations, but picking up wickets as well. 8 down now.
Yeah, Hassan Ali going for the biggest possible one. He got height on it. Got a lot of height on it. Had a bit of bounce to play with, but didn't have the distance. And Shaheen Shah Afridi set himself absolutely beautifully. Hands held high. Got himself in the perfect position. Maybe not entirely 100% clean, but job done. So good catch taken. The pressure mounts. 8 down now. 109 for 8.
It's been a tough day at the office for Islamabad United with the bat. Mohammad Wasim, just 19 years old, is in, so emerging player. Haris Rauf, 99 T20I wickets. T20 overall wickets, beg your pardon, 110 for 8.
Well, all the smiles are on one side at this stage. Another view of the catch here, which actually is a pretty good example of how to keep those hands high. Keep your eyes on the ball. Nearly, Hassan, nearly, not quite.
Run rate is 6.47. That's the Pepsi sting. They need a bit of sting in the last 3 overs.
I'm looking for the bite cream now. Well, I go back to the point I made just now. 17 overs gone, 3 remain, 8 down. So you do not want to be finishing short of the 20 overs when there is still, you've got to believe, a chance of a close game.
Fahim is on 10, well settled. All he has to do is to do this, work the ball into the gaps. He's got the strike back.
Well, given the situation, I'd be happy with that. Keep playing the 2s. If you get the odd boundary, that's a bonus. But keep using the balls up, keep getting the 2s, keep trying to find the gaps in the field. That is your best option, I feel, sadly, at this particular stage. And then if you get to that 20th over, maybe there'll be a final chance just to tee off, try and find the boundary and or clear the boundary.
That's a beautiful shot. Really is well connected. I think the original shots have generally worked. Did not improvise at all. It sat in there quite nicely and whacked over mid-wicket.
Yeah, you talk about the odd boundary when gifted the opportunities to take it with both hands. And for him, Ashraf, well, he's grabbed it. A mediocre innings thus far by Islamabad United, needing some sort of impetus to give them some sort of a total, giving themselves a chance now.
That's on the bounce to the fielder. Rashid there, just messing it up a little bit, but there are always 2 runs with that shot. Aerial wash. Sab karega possible, we are told. I'll let David Gar translate that.
Wider than white.
Nothing is impossible. The other thing that batsmen need to do on a surface like this, and I think more we get into this tournament, I think similar kinds of surfaces will be provided to the batsmen to look hard at the ball. Because the ball stops, it stays low, there's a lot of variations. And so I think from a batting perspective, you've got to look hard at the ball all the time. That'll allow you to hit it better.
Let's just check those stats on the screen there. The lesson that was learnt, as I say, almost pretty much from the first over, was you take pace off the ball. Doesn't matter whether you're a quick bowler, fast, medium, or even the spinner. Take a bit of pace off the ball. And for instance, that short ball in the previous over, sorry, in this over from Shaheen Shah Afridi, just sat up to be hit. The ones where James Ford did so well with the ones where he took off the pace. Now that's found a gap, so that's another very, very handy boundary at this stage, this late stage of this innings. Pushes the score past 120. Remember, Mohammad Hafiz, the professor, was talking about trying to keep it down to around 120, and I suspect he realises that this will not be the easiest chase necessarily, but the one advantage you have is you know the target. 123 for 8.
well, 20 in the last two would make it an extremely interesting contest from Islamabad United point of view. They're not out of it.
No, not quite. And as I say, the one advantage you have, and this is exactly what happened at the toss, in batting second, is you know what the target's going to be, and you've seen conditions. You know you don't have to guess, as Islamabad have, at the sort of shots you can play, guess at the sort of pace you can go at. I'd suggest they've guessed badly at times, yeah. But I think every team in this tournament, every one of the 6 teams, will be looking at this game thinking, you might have to rethink a few plans here. Pace off the ball. Lots of pace off the ball. In fact, no pace on the ball. In fact, hardly a ball at all.
Yeah, and something that comes to mind as well is, what is the tactic, particularly in the power play from a batting perspective? Do you try and utilize that with a hard ball, knowing that teams are going to take pace off, particularly towards that middle to latter part of the innings? Do you take the risk of going a little bit more aggressive in that power play, even while chasing a lowish total? I mean, if Islamabad gets to around 140, you feel that they're very much still in the game. Head to head. At the toss, I spoke about going back to 2018, 6 out of 6 for Islamabad. Well, they've won 2 games in the total of HBL PSL.
Kandho se boj hata de dance, head and shoulders. I thought using Faulkner as a frontline bowler was a masterstroke. That meant that Qalandars had read the pitch perfectly, because normally a bowler of his pace or lack of pace and variety is usually used when the charge is on in the later part of the innings, in the first part, but he bowled splendidly well, knew exactly what he was doing, and temperamentally looked pretty solid. He was hit for 4 and a 6, came back strongly with a wicket. So tactically also, I think Qalandars have been good with their job, with their game plan. Yeah, I think that shot is definitely on a pitch like this. That's gone all the way. 6, a ramp. Beautifully handled.
Well, it's connected beautifully. So the HBL Tournament 6's tally goes up to 179. As ever, you've got to make your mind up well before that thing is delivered, and then execute it, just to use that modern term. Just enough bounce to get underneath it, and of course with the man where he was in on the edge of the circle, clears him by a distance, and the rope by a good few meters as well.
It's been the luxury for Islamabad in this tournament, the ability to bat long down the order. Wasim batting at number 10, the ability to play that kind of shot tells you that he can certainly hold the bat in hand. And sometimes that can be your downfall in not necessarily taking responsibility in the situations of the game, reading the conditions well. We look back to the Karachi leg. Islamabad won 2 games, 8 wickets down. So there's certainly a lot of faith in their middle to lower order. And that's the end of the 19th. Islamabad 134-8.
130 for the loss of 8. Shaheen none for 24 from his 3 overs. So this last over has got to mean a lot to Islamabad United. That's gone all the way up in the air. Will it clear the fence? Oh, yes, it does. Barely, but a perfect start to the last over.
Well, that had to be the plan. Get to the last over was the first part of the plan. And then if you get the opportunity, take it. And this is beautifully struck. It seemed to hang in the air for a long, long time. And Rashid Khan was shimmying left, shimmying left, shimmying left, thinking about the boundary there. Just had enough to clear that boundary. So, yep. A moment for the batsman. Rare moment where the bowlers had to go, yep, not my turn.
Excellent start. 136 for the loss of 8. Importantly, Fahim has the strike again. That sliced into the gap, at least 2. That's good batting. I think the other issue with Islamabad United batting is that at times they've got a lot of floaters. They don't have specialists. You take the 2 openers out, the rest of the batting can be slotted anywhere in the batting 11. So Hassan Ali and Fahim Ashraf, Asif Ali, Iftikhar Ahmed, they're kind of floaters. I think they need another solid batsman in the middle order. That's a wide down the leg side, given as a wide, trying just a little bit extra.
Yeah, the thing about that is what you're talking about with the batting order there is on free scoring days on better pitches where the ball's coming onto the bat consistently, then it doesn't really matter quite so much. Everyone can go a little bit harder. They can trust that depth in the batting. But I mean, when you see a scorecard where the highest score is 27, yes, tells a bit of a story all by itself.
A specialist on a pitch like this would have been kind of a technician for them. Probably would have held the innings together, given them a bit of direction and a nudge. It's taken, gone. Once again, I think, looking at the way he was gesturing to his partner, it was a slower ball. Front foot check for a no ball. You don't want him back in there. No, I think he's fine. Part of the heel is behind the popping crease, so Fahim Ashraf has been dismissed. Yeah, the off-cutter hitting the deck hard and an easy catch. Goodbye and good night. Sweet dreams.
Yeah, thank you for coming. Time to leave. So, top scorer of the innings, Fahim Ashraf, 27, but it's 9 down now for 139.
Last man in is in, Fawad Ahmed. Playing a miss. Well done, Danidar. Nice and hot. Are you a tea guy, JP?
Very much, very much. Green tea, preferably.
Sure.
I am now.
Oh, dropped. Turned out to be a difficult catch in the end. Got into a bit of a tangle. Who is this? Fakhr Zaman there, normally a very safe fieldsman. Circling under that one and just mistimed his feet movement a little.
Yeah, it was awkward. Always awkward. And once you're in that sort of position there, you're not steady. You know you haven't quite got there, so it's just if it sticks or not.
Will it clear? Rashid, another teaser on the bounce and couple of runs at the last ball. And so we have the batting result for you at the end of the 20th over. 143 for the loss of 9. So they've got runs on the board. Back, so the action begins for Islamabad United now with the ball. So they've got handful runs to play with, but it's not all gloom and doom for them. If they can pick up wickets up front with the new ball, and I'm sure they look to do that in the first 3 or 4 overs, make it tough for Qalandars batsmen because they don't have that kind of quality with the bat as they have with the ball. Fakhr Zaman can tee off, and if he has a good time of it, it could be over within a few overs. So that's the kind of quality we're talking about. But when he hits the ball, he also provides you with an opportunity. Sohail Akhtar is the skipper. He's a good hitter as well. Let's see how they adapt to the conditions. Hassan Ali had a fabulous test series against Zimbabwe, but he can be expensive. But on the other hand, he's got this ability to provide you with breakthroughs as well. So it'll be interesting how he bowls on this surface. Gillett countdown is on. All good to go. Slip in place for the outside edge. Gets off to a cracking start. A little bit of width, sliced over point for 4. Easy peasy for the left-hander.
Oh, there's nothing better than opening bat. First ball off the mark with a boundary. Fakhr Zaman gets a bit of width. Just opens the blade on it. He loves it out there. Loves getting width. Jumps on it. Good start, Qalandars.
And you look at matchups, you look at Fakhr Zaman right now and Hassan Ali. Hassan Ali probably in the form of his life. And you could even argue that Fakhr Zaman himself in pretty supreme form. So you look at this matchup, and this might just show us how this game will play.
Ah, neatly done. What a good shot that is. Because normally, if you're not well balanced, you could miss that line very easily. He's a sweet player through the offside, but have a look at this smashing shot. Beautifully done.
Oh, Buzzard, you talk about a matchup. Well, Hassan has tried to compensate for the first ball, which was wide, tried to go a little bit straighter just one stump too straight on leg stump. Well put away by Fakhar Zaman.
Excellent, boys.
Couple of brighter, colourful shots from the left-hander. Ah, sweet as. Lovely pick-up shot. Problem with Hassan Ali at times is that he can be frivolous. He can go for a lot of runs. He's always looking to attack, looking to pick up wickets, but in white ball cricket, he doesn't really get it right all the time. I think he's got to do that. Change of pace, look to attack the stumps.
Come on, lads.
You know, it would have been interesting in the change room, the discussion that Islamabad United had around how to bowl on this wicket. We saw Lahore Qalandars adjust very quickly. James Faulkner went to the slow ball very quickly in the innings. And that's what they're chasing over there. Most runs in the tournament. Fakhar Zaman down there at fourth. It's been a great performer in the PSL. This is where he made his name.
Oh, a little bit of an inside edge, but a lot better, a lot straighter on the last 3 balls, Hassan Ali. Just got to keep it simple. At times when you're bowling to somebody like Fakhar Zaman, you complicate things because you're looking to be attacked, and that can put you off your focus.
Also, you probably need to bowl length. Use the pitch as there be variation. It'll be slow. You can't just bowl full.
Looking good is Fakhar Zaman. Good over for him and for his side. It's 8 without a wicket. Yeah, you can watch this broadcast in Pakistan, South Asia, United Kingdom, New Zealand, Caribbean, North America, Sub-Sahara, African, you name it, we've got it for you. Fahim Ashraf coming on to bowl. Short and wide over the infield for 4. Problem is that you can't be off target because it's a smallish target for Lahore Qalandars, and both like to just get on with it, and so your lines and your direction has got to be a lot better than this.
Yeah, absolutely, Ramiz. And in T20 cricket, you want to put the batsman under pressure. Both batters now getting off the mark with a boundary first ball. There's no better feeling. Start feeling in, and you put the pressure back on the bowler from the start. Sloppy stuff from Islamabad United at the start of the innings.
Shape away from the right-hander's off stump. The other thing that Shadab will have to do is to make sure that there is no serious partnership threatening that score. So you've got to have the changes done. So if this opening combination doesn't work, you've got to get himself in, or Fahim Fawad Ahmed in. So try your hand at introducing spin early. And missed. You need to be absolutely brilliant to defend this. Half-hearted attempt, and well, difficult, but should have been taken.
Well, these are moments that can change innings. A little bit of a top edge. Rose on him, seamed in. Just the one-handed attempt. You'd say that that's a chance for Islamabad United. First chance of the innings. Probably should have been taken.
Had a little bit more bounce that delivery. That's why you need to keep a close eye on the ball on a variable pitch. Unlucky. 6 inches to his right or left would have been a 4.
Fahim Ashraf certainly did impress in New Zealand when I saw him in the Test series this summer with both bat and ball. It's great to see him opening the bowling here. He's getting opportunities to become a better player. We've seen throughout the PSL players shine and go on Pakistan colours. He's someone that has a point to prove.
First ball that was hit for 4 by him. It's a half chance. This was a difficult one, but yeah, it wasn't such a hard catch to take because it had almost that sponge-like bounce, that ball. Gave him ample time to see it and seize it. After 2, 13 without a wicket.
Excellent, 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 boy. Right-handed, boys, right-handed.
हल्का मिडल राइट हैंड बॉलिंग ओवर
Parkview City question of the day. Who scored first century in HBL PSL? Answer on Parkview City's Facebook page to win daily tablets in one plot at the end of the league. He's only 19 years old. Oh, smacked, oblique smoked, oblique nailed. What a shot.
Talk about hands through the ball. That has been hit right in the middle. Ball just skidding onto the bat. It seems as if this pitch might be giving the batsman a little more pace to work with. Certainly pace off the bat.
What they need is pace off the ball. Just been too easy, this.
Yeah, we saw the Qalandars go to changes of pace early on in the innings. We haven't really seen that from Islamabad United. And that's something we're going to watch carefully, is the dew factor and the effect it has on this pitch. Does it favour the team batting second? I would suggest so far, potentially, but we haven't seen that a change of pace. And if I was Islamabad United, I'm pretty sure they would have spoken about that in the change room. Change of pace was effective.
Wrong one from the left-hander. I think he's been so smooth playing original shots that he doesn't need to improvise at all. Gande se boj hata de move. Head and shoulders.
Really glad you said that hashtag, Ramiz. I had no chance. I'll get there by the end of the competition.
Yeah.
You had 10 days in quarantine. What were you doing? No homework, nothing?
I was waiting for a phone call from you, Buzzard. I didn't get one phone call. Saw you downstairs. Ramiz and I had a couple of chats, but you were a hermit, weren't you? Oh, you had that beautiful garden. You were in like an estate, weren't you? Compared to us.
Yeah, but I couldn't go out, so I just had the view, and that was it.
That's a clever way to bat because he's covering the entire set of stumps. That allows him to play on the on and leg side. Lahore 18 without a wicket. Need wickets up front. Islamabad United cannot allow this partnership to flourish. It's a goodie. Really good ball, hitting the length. But you've still got to back your skills and back yourself to bowl those cutters and slower balls and variation.
Fakhar Zaman, he started his innings really well. One of the hallmarks to his play is his balance, but also how he steps straight. Because he steps straight means that it gives himself width. However, those deliveries on off stump and middle can pose a little bit of a threat. If they seam in, little inside edge, it brings in the bowled. But what it does do is it allows him to play with width, a lot of authority.
I think he's at his best when he's near the line of the ball or near the ball, because his back leg kind of shifts towards the leg side when he's trying to hit through the offside. So I guess that is the reason why he's got that middle and off stump stance. He knows that his trigger movement is not towards the ball, but he just looked at where the back leg finishes when he's trying to hit square through the offside. It'll help him a great deal if he commits himself just a little bit near the ball, and when he's near the ball at times the bat then doesn't come straight through. Few technical issues, but we know that he's a great hand-eye coordinated batsman, and on the day on a true pitch he can absolutely win you the game.
And he's also someone who's perfect to come in at this time of the game when you're chasing 140. If someone can get a quick fire 30, 40, really does give you a great opportunity to chase that target down and relatively quickly. There's two trains of thoughts. Do you say, well, the conditions are tough to bat in, let's just play proper cricket, 140 should be easy, or should we go about it aggressively in the first 6?
Excellent, shabash.
Just got to be good with your running between the wickets also. In such a situation where you kind of never in, just cannot miss out on opportunities to rotate the strike. And that's the other quality of Fakhar Zaman. He'll not only look to hit 4s and 6s, but he'll also look for those 1s and 2s, milk you for singles. Bowled him, crossed the line and hitting the stumps. Zingers lit up, and so happiness all around. Fakhar Zaman could have been deadly dangerous and struggling of late to time the ball, and played across the line and paid the price.
A real swipe, agricultural leg side hit, which goes all wrong. Fahim Ashraf can't believe his luck. And Fakhr, well, he's thrown his wicket away for 9. It's 21 for 1.
Fahim 1 for 8 in 1.5 overs, and so we have a newcomer at number 3. His name is Mohammad Faizan, 24 years old. Best of 6. Probably earned him that slot at number 3. Into the gap of the mark with a nice shot. Four done, 23 for 1.
Yeah, that'd be wide. Need to bowl that again. Looking to hit the pitch that time. PCB officials watching the action. Salman Nasir there. He's the COO of the PCB. Yeah, a whole lot more of that's required. Take the pace off. They would have learnt a great deal by watching their opposition and having been out there to bat themselves. David.
That's always the advantage of batting second, especially on a day like this. Yeah, that shot of Fakhr Zaman's was ill-judged. Nowhere near it. Head and shoulders clean out. And a big smile too.
That's nicely done. Oh, helped on its way. It was right on his hip and he's managed to get it away for 6.
Yeah, just a little bit offline as well as a little bit short. But look at that for carry. Perfect really for the right-hand batsman. Helps it on its way a long, long way. Now, Alim Dar has a problem, which is probably that ball is now in a different postcode and will be subject to some severe COVID protocol rules. Good luck. It's there somewhere. It's got a locator on it. Yeah, he's got it. And no doubt that'll have to now be sanitized. Maybe not. Maybe not. He's in the same bubble. Well, that ball has travelled some distance in the last couple of minutes. And eventually it finds itself back in the hands of Hassan Ali.
Aerial करेगा some possible moments. Ball rolls and gets cleaned. Look at that.
I've learned this. Anything is possible. Anything is possible.
Yeah, as we've seen, change of pace has been so effective. And I was just observing the length that Islamabad United has been bowling. Anything around that good length. And the batter's looking to go cross bat. It seems a little bit challenging to find good timing. That shorter ball, as we've seen in the previous couple of deliveries, that maximum was just a little touch shorter. That allowed for that maximum to happen. And that's the end of the fifth then. 33 for 1.
एक 144 की ताक में लाहौर कलंदर्स और एक ही खिलाड़ी आउट हुआ है। स्टार्ट तो इनको बेहतर मिला है। जो स्टार्ट मिला था इस्लामाबाद को, विकेट्स गिर रही थी एक बाद दीगरे, और साथ ही साथ बहुत सारे मौके हैं आपके पास। पाक व्यू सिटी के इस सवाल का जवाब दीजिए और एक प्लॉट जीतिए। किसने पहली सेंचुरी स्कोर की थी HBL PSL में? और इस जवाब को आप भेज सकते हैं फेसबुक पेज पे पाक व्यू सिटी के। बात कर रहे थे इस टूर्नामेंट के इस लेग के आगाज में कि पहली इनिंग का स्कोर यहाँ पे 165 166 है। उस हिसाब से जो सिचुएशन इस्लामाबाद की थी, बाजिद काफ़ी अच्छा रिकवर कर लिया, 143 बना गए, जिसमें आखिर में फ़हीम अशरफ ने 27 जो मारे हैं वो बड़े इंपॉर्टेंट रन हैं।
जी सिकंदर, आखिरी 4 ओवर में काफ़ी स्कोर 40 से ज़्यादा स्कोर हुआ, जिसकी वजह से ये टारगेट जो लाहौर को मिला है, ऐसे एक मौके पे तो ऐसा लग रहा था कि शायद 120 ना हो।
अच्छा गेंद था ये भी बड़ा इंपॉर्टेंट है। ये एक्सपेक्टेड भी था कि अगर आप पेस थोड़ी सी कम कर दें अपनी गेंद की और वेरिएशंस करें तो बड़ा टफ हो जाएगा यहाँ बैट्समैन के लिए स्कोर करना। फॉकनर बड़े कामयाब रहे यहाँ पर भी। ये तो गेंद बिल्कुल सीम पे लग के इसको बीट किया बैट्समैन के बाहर के एज को जो थे सोहेल, बट देखा है हमने कि चेंज ऑफ पेस ने बड़ा काम किया है।
और क्योंकि घास भी है और पिच ड्राई भी है, तो जब सीम लगती है बॉल के पिच पे तो कुछ रिएक्शन जरूर होता है।
लीडिंग एज इस बार, लेकिन गैप में गेंद चला गया और रन हासिल हुई। आप देख सकते हैं टर्न अराउंड करते हुए थोड़ा सा पैर स्लिप होते हुए बैट्समैन का। ये सिचुएशन थोड़ी बहुत आहिस्ता आहिस्ता जिस तरह टूर्नामेंट आगे बढ़ेगा, ड्यू के साथ जंग चलती रहेगी प्लेयर्स की। ये लीडिंग एज देखें बाजिद,
फिर देखिए सीम पिच पे लग रहा है, जिस वजह से बॉल थोड़ा सा बाहर की तरफ निकला। और अभी तक सीम ने जो बॉलिंग की है, सीम बहुत अपराइट रहा है, जो कि एक यंग बॉलर के लिए बड़ी खुशाइन बात।
क्या एक्सपेक्टेड है कि आने वाले मैचेस में और अगले कोई 10 से 11 दिन में स्कोर्स जो हैं टोटल बढ़ते जाएंगे और बैट्समैन थोड़ा और अंदाज़ा लगा लेंगे कि किस पेस पर यहाँ खेलना है, स्पेशली पहले बैटिंग करते हुए?
ये तो एक्सपेक्टेड था कि अबू धाबी में पिच की पेस कम होगी, कराची वाला हिसाब नहीं होगा जहाँ पे आप आएँ और शॉटें मारते चले जाएं। तो थोड़ा सा टैक्टिकल चेंज करना पड़ेगा, टीमों को सोचना पड़ेगा कि इनिंग्स कैसे बिल्ड करनी है। T20 है, लेकिन फिर भी आपको इनिंग्स बिल्ड करनी पड़ेगी।
पावर प्ले का खेल मुकम्मल हो गया, 38 पे 1। अंपायर का इशारा कि पावर प्ले का अख्ताम हो गया, जो कि 6 ओवर्स का होता है और अब बाकी मानदा रन हासिल करें। बड़ी इंपॉर्टेंट इनिंग्स खेली होगी कप्तान सुहेल अख्तर को, क्योंकि इनको मालूम है टारगेट जो है वो अचीव किया जा सकता है जब एक कोई बैट्समैन जो है वो अपनी विकेट संभाल के रखे और उसके आसपास बाकी लोग जो हैं वो फिर अटेम्प्ट करें। फवाद आए हैं तो स्पिन कितनी आसान होगी थोड़ी वेट कंडीशंस में। पहला ही बॉल गुगली।
इस्लामाबाद यूनाइटेड के पास स्पिन बॉलिंग के काफ़ी ऑप्शंस है। फवाद है, उसके बाद शादाब भी हैं। सीधा रहा बॉल, स्पिन नहीं हुआ। इफ्तिखार भी इस्तेमाल किए जा सकते हैं। लेग साइड पे बॉल स्वीप कर दिया और यकीनन बाउंड्री मिलेगी।
बड़ी इंपॉर्टेंट है ये बाउंड्रीज जो कि आती रहे, खासतौर पर पावर प्ले के बाद आपको थोड़ा सा हार्ड वर्क करना पड़ता है। इस बार मौका मिल गया क्योंकि लेग स्टंप के ऊपर गेंद था और उसको खेल लिया आसानी से, अच्छा पिकअप किया। सर्कल के अंदर फाइन लेग के फील्डर जिनको बीट करना आसान रहा इस मौके पर। और एक बार फिर वही रॉन्ग वन जिसको नहीं रीड कर पाए, लेकिन गेंद शायद लेग स्टंप के बाहर जा रहा था, ज़्यादा स्पिन हुआ और रेफर कर लिया है फवाद ने अपने कप्तान की मर्जी से। नहीं किया ऐसा लगा 2 सेकंड के लिए कि शायद उन्होंने इशारा किया है, गालिबन शायद वो अपने इशारे से पूछ रहे थे कहीं बैट तो नहीं लगा। आपको क्या लगता है बाजिद, इस बॉल ने थोड़ा ज्यादा स्पिन कर लिया फवाद के फेवर में आने से?
शायद ऐसा लगा कि इनसाइड एज हुई है। फवाद ने भी यही इशारा किया कि शायद इनसाइड एज की वजह से वो रेफरल नहीं लेंगे। अभी तक हमने जो देखा है बॉल स्पिन नहीं हुआ, जो भी बॉल है वो स्किड कर रहा है फिर से इनसाइड एज। हालांकि फवाद अहमद नॉर्मली स्लो बॉलिंग करते हैं और बॉल उनका स्पिन काफ़ी होता है। शायद ये वो ओस जो हमें काफ़ी फिक्र थी इस मैच से पहले, शायद उसका भी ये थोड़ा सा फैक्टर है।
तीसरी बार इस ओवर में इनसाइड एज। ओवर मुकम्मल, 7 ओवर के बाद 44 से 1 खिलाड़ी आउट।
शाबाश
100 रन दरकार है यहाँ से और 78 गेंदें हैं। विकेटें सबसे ज्यादा इंपॉर्टेंट 9। ऑलमोस्ट वापस खेल गए हाथों में कैप्टन शादाब के यहाँ सोहेल, इनफैक्ट फैजान।
तो बहुत ही शॉर्ट गेंद थी, लेकिन पिच इतना स्लो है कि वो बॉल बल्ले पे आ ही नहीं रही।
ये कहा जा रहा है कि जितना ज़्यादा स्पिनर्स आपके पास ऑप्शन होंगे उतना ज़्यादा आपसे एक्सपेक्टेड है परफॉर्मेंस। ये आखिरी गेंद थी गालिबन पिछले ओवर की, इनसाइड एज लगा। अगर आपके पास अच्छा क्वालिटी स्पिन अटैक है तो आप यहाँ पे अपने लिए पॉइंट स्कोर कर सकते हैं।
और दोनों टीम की टैक्टिक्स काफ़ी अलग अलग, क्योंकि सिर्फ एक स्पिनर राशिद खान, हालांकि बहुत पाए के स्पिनर है राशिद खान लाहौर कलंदर्स के पास, लेकिन इस्लामाबाद यूनाइटेड अब शादाब और फवाद तो बॉलिंग कर रहे हैं, इफ्तिखार की भी ऑप्शन है, तो 10-12 ओवर स्पिन के हो सकते हैं। शादाब की गूगली इस दफा फैजान नहीं रीड कर सके, निकल के मार रही शॉट, बल्ले और पैड के दरमियान से बॉल निकल के विकेटों में।
हाँ, ऐसा फील हुआ कि गैर ज़रूरी शॉट था ये, पहला ही ओवर है शादाब का और गेंद भी सही तरह आ नहीं रहा बल्ले पे, थोड़ा फ्रस्ट्रेट हो गए मेरे ख्याल में यहाँ बैट्समैन, और उन्होंने सोचा क्यों ना गेंद की पिच तक पहुंचा जाए, उसको बड़ा शॉट लगाया जाए। कोई स्पिन भी नहीं था गेंद पर, सीधा गेंद जो है बैट और पैड के बीच में से निकल गया और कप्तान शादाब ने कामयाबी हासिल की। दूसरी विकेट गिर गई यहाँ लाहौर कलंदर्स की और स्कोर है 44, और ये फैजान की इनिंग्स यहाँ अपने अख्तिताम को पहुंची। 9 रन बनाया उन्होंने 12 गेंदों पर, 44 पे 2।
Center, sir. Thank you. Shabash, shabash, Aldi bhai. Good boy.
नए बैट्समैन मोहम्मद हफीज, बहुत ज्यादा एक्सपीरियंस इनके पास, और स्ट्रेट अवे ऑफ द मार्क हुए। ये भी एक ऑप्शन हो सकते थे, स्पिन का जिक्र हम कर रहे थे, उन्होंने आज गेंद नहीं कराई मोहम्मद हफीज ने, ये रोल प्ले कर सकते हैं ये स्पिन, और शादाब की पहली कामयाबी, सीधा गेंद, बड़ा शॉट लगाने की कोशिश और फैजान बोल्ड हुए। बाउंस और स्पिन दोनों। 8 ओवर मुकम्मल, 45 पे 2।
Distraction away middle stump. Middle.
Shabash, 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 Fawad bhai.
Too late.
Fadi bhai, shabash.
फवाद फार एंड से अपने दूसरे ओवर का आगाज करेंगे। 45 पे 2 खिलाड़ी आउट हुए हैं और अभी तक मोहम्मद फैजान और फखर जमान आउट होने वाले खिलाड़ी।
हफीज की विकेट बहुत ही इंपॉर्टेंट है।
Excellent, excellent, beautiful boys.
स्माइल डोनट।
शाबाश, शाबाश, शाबाश।
डोनट खाएं तो हमेशा स्माइल ही करते रहेंगे। लेकिन हफीज की विकेट बहुत ही जरूरी, क्योंकि वो स्पिन को अच्छा खेलते हैं। फैजान ने इतना अच्छा शॉट नहीं खेला, गुगली का ज़्यादा स्पिन नहीं हुआ, लेकिन किसी भी सूरत ऐसे नहीं लग रहा था कि ये कनेक्ट करेंगे। आप लाहौर कलंदर्स की बैटिंग देखें तो बेन डंक हैं, टिम डेविड हैं, जेम्स फॉकनर हैं, लेकिन समझ यही आ रही है कि हफीज अगर पिच पे रहेंगे, क्योंकि स्पिनर्स बहुत अच्छा खेलते हैं और इन कंडीशंस में शायद वही एक प्लेयर हैं जो स्ट्राइक रोटेट भी कर सकेंगे, बाउंड्रीज भी मार सकेंगे। थोड़ा मुश्किल होगा ओवरसीज प्लेयर्स के लिए पेस पिच की और स्लोनेस की वजह से।
और ये वो पीरियड है खेल का जहां पर दोनों तरफ से स्पिन अटैक है और इतनी आसान नहीं है यहाँ पे स्ट्रोक प्ले करना। तो ये दोनों बैट्समैन, इनको ये फैसला करना होगा इनमें से कौन पूरा खेलना चाहता है और दूसरा अटैक करे। दोनों के पास टैलेंट अच्छा है और क्या हिकमत अमली अपनानी है। तकरीबन ऑलमोस्ट 8.5 जो है वो रिक्वायर्ड है यहाँ पर 8.56। फिर से गुगली तो जिस कहते हैं ना कि बड़ा संभल के कैलकुलेटेड रिस्क लेना होगा किसी एक को, ताकि वो जो रिक्वायर्ड रन रेट है वो काबू में रहे। ये आपको अंदाजा होता है इससे कि गेंद जब गीला हो जाता है आउटफील्ड में तो आपकी हाथ से स्लिप होने के उसके चांसेस ज्यादा हैं।
बस
हवा में रहा गेंद, लेकिन सर्कल के अंदर ऑन साइड पे कोई है नहीं। सिंगल हासिल हो गया। 9 ओवर के बाद 50 मुकम्मल हो गए लाहौर कलंदर के 2 खिलाड़ियों के नुकसान पर।
शाबाश शाबाश गाइस, शाबाश गाइस, शाबाश शाबाश शेडी भाई।
मोहम्मद हफीज की परफॉर्मेंस HBL PSL में आप अंदाजा लगा सकते हैं कि इनके लिए कितना अच्छा रहा है 2020-21 और जो इनका 2020 का साल रहा है T20 में बड़ा शानदार रहा है बल्ले के साथ।
हाँ, जब से इन्होंने गोल्फ शुरू की है सबसे कहते हैं कि मेरी बैटिंग में निखार आ गया।
पता नहीं कि इस बार जो है हम सब क्वारंटीन में थे वो मौका मिला कि नहीं मिला उस स्विंग को और परफेक्ट करने का, लेकिन हाँ ये मदद ज़रूर मिली होगी। मैं एग्री करता हूँ इस बात से।
और ज्यादती ये थी सिकंदर साहब कि हमारा कमरा आपका और मेरा बिल्कुल गोल्फ कोर्स के बिल्कुल सामने, लेकिन हमें इजाज़त नहीं है गोल्फ कोर्स पे जाने की। रोज़ नज़ारे देखते हैं लेकिन पहुंच नहीं सकते।
बैकफुट पे जाके पंच किया, बस सही बात है आपकी, लेकिन मैं वैसे भी कोई इतना ख़ास कोई चेंजेस नहीं ला पाता अगर इजाज़त मिल भी जाती, क्योंकि आपने मुझे बताया कि वो जो मार रहे हैं वो छक्के नहीं हैं वो गोल्फ खेल रहे हैं, लेकिन मदद ज़रूर मिलती हो आपके स्विंग को, बैट स्विंग को। सारी गेंदें दोनों स्पिनर्स बॉडी के करीब करा रहे हैं, कट करने का चांस ज्यादा मिल नहीं रहा, गुगली ज्यादा कराई जा रही हैं।
और बेहतर यही है कि थोड़ा शॉर्ट ऑफ लेंथ रखें, जिस तरह की अभी शादाब बॉलिंग कर रहे हैं, आगे बॉल ना फेंकें क्योंकि पिच काफी स्लो है। बैकफुट के शॉट बड़ा ही मुश्किल है कि आप उसमें पावर डालें। इवन 1-2 दफा बॉल काफी शॉर्ट गिरा है तो बॉल बल्ले पे आया ही नहीं, तो कट पुल करना जरा उसमें दिक्कत हो रही है।
शाबाश 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 शेडी भाई।
एक बार फिर गुगली थोड़ा बाउंस को भी जहन में रखते हुए, जो आपने बताया विकेट थोड़ा स्लो है, गेंद देर से पहुंच रहा है, बाउंस को भी ट्रस्ट अभी नहीं कर पा रहे हैं बैट्समैन।
बहुत अच्छे शाबाश।
लाहौर कलंदर की आधी इनिंग्स में एक गेंद बाकी, अभी भी 91 रन चाहिए 61 गेंदों पर।
थोड़ा सा वसीमा।
इस बार पुल करने में कामयाब हुए और गैप भी मिल गया सोहेल अख्तर को। बाउंड्री के साथ 10वें ओवर का इख्तिताम। 57, 2 खिलाड़ी आउट लाहौर कलंदर।
will lose too many if you don't do it. Good for a brand.
Shabash, shabash, boys.
Fawad will continue to bowl. 2 overs, none for 11. He's got an impressive wrong-un. But talking of impressive, have a look at this blow from Sohail Akhtar. Really was smashed. Just showed his wrist power.
Yeah, Shadab Khan didn't do too much poorly there. If anything, maybe the length was just a touch short. Sohail Akhtar back in the crease and absolutely pummeled that. And another one. Take cover, umpire. Sohail Akhtar, another boundary. He's making a run for it.
Sohail Akhtar already the highest run getter of this match, using his feet really well, making sure he's taking on the leg spinner straight down the ground. That's a smile super 4.
Picked up the wrong one very early, played it softly.
An absolutely staggering number here is that Islamabad United was 69 for 4 after 10.3. Lahore almost parity, 63 for 2, but 60 dot balls, almost half of the innings for Islamabad United that they didn't score runs off. That's a very high percentage of dot balls. Normally you look at that percentage and it's round about 35 to 40 dot balls that you would see. So 60 dot balls in the innings is a high number.
Enough of stats.
Cheers, Rami.
Let's drink a bit of Tapal tea.
Sana.
We talk of maintaining a slip fielder. We can also look at engaging another man in the ring. Just dry up the singles, dry up the rotation of strike and get a reaction from them. Force them to take a risk. Colourful fan of the match. Brighto, colourful fan of the match.
Oh. Well bowled, shabash.
That's the over. 66 for 2.
Hamare Heroes is an initiative for the unsung heroes from different walks of life. They get the podium and the platform here in HBL PSL. And so the Inverex Hamare Hero of the day is Muhammad Ali Khoja. And we'll have a listen after this delivery.
Well bowled, beautiful Shadi bhai, beautiful boy. Excellent.
मेरी सबसे बड़ी अचीवमेंट ये है कि इस वक्त मैं लाहौर में 11 से ज़्यादा लोकेशन पर लोगों को फ्री खाना खिला रहा हूँ.
Yeah, you got to be desperate in the field. You've got to feel like mad. Zafar Gohar stopped that one. He's the sub fielder.
You get the feeling that Lahore Qalandars are running away with this game at the moment. As you mentioned earlier, Ramiz, how do you get a wicket? Do they bring the fielder in, either a mid-off or mid-on up to Hafiz or even to Sohail Akhtar? Force a mistake. Don't let them settle. Try and get the breakthrough.
That's beautifully struck into the gap for 4. Played it with the spin. High quality shot. Earns him a 4, Hafiz.
He's taking on the leg spinner. Great pickup there. Great follow through over cover. 4 runs.
Expertly created bit of extra width. Stayed inside the line of the ball and played it extremely well. This time he's accessed that one through the 2 fielders at point. The timing was flawless.
Well, one over extra cover, and this one not as much width off the back foot. Maybe a little bit of fortune here from Hafiz. Gets a little bit of a top edge on it, but dissected between that backward point and point with back-to-back boundaries.
Shabash, 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 boys. Shabash, 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 shabash.
हमारा इरादा ये है कि हम लाहौर में 100 मुख्तलिफ मकामात पर लोगों को फ्री खाना खिलाएं इंशाल्लाह।
Such a noble deed, that, feeding people in various corners of Lahore and trying to just enhance his reach, maybe get more families involved. Whosoever needs feeding, that is hammered for 4. 12 overs done, 81 for the loss of 2. Big over for the Qalandars, 3 boundaries in that over.
And yeah, an opportunity to speak to Usman Khawaja. Uzi, how are you doing?
Good, thanks, how are you?
Yeah, not too bad, thank you. How have you found that? Tell us about that wicket, actually.
It is actually quite a tough wicket if you bowl the right length. If you bowl top of the stumps, a little bit too paced. There's still a little bit of seam in it, but they batted quite well last couple of overs and brought this game back into their favour. But I think 2 strong overs, if we get a wicket here, we're back in the game.
Did you expect that your spinners had to do a great deal if you were to stay in it?
Yeah, well, their balls gripped right from the start with the new ball, and their spinners spun it straight away. So we knew the new ball was going to grip and seam a little bit. That's why the spinners came on. So hopefully Fads can get us a wicket now.
Okay, hopefully it does. We'll be watching.
Cheers.
All the best.
Thank you.
Yeah, keep it exciting, keep it interesting, keep them in it. They want to still fight on. Required rate going up towards 8. But a good player out there in Hafiz, as well as Sohail. He's also gone all right.
Well, Sohail has broken the trend today by actually having a strike rate that looks decent. He's had a few gifts, but he's played some fabulous shots too. And Mohammad Hafiz, he's got everything you need. Talent and experience and time.
Oh.
The man for Lahore, really. Sohail Akhtar.
Shabash, shabash, Wasima.
Yeah, captain of the side, and he's not played international cricket. 26 are the captains in PSL. All of them who have played. Yeah, say the man he is, isn't he, Baz?
Nearly, Pommy, nearly.
I wasn't doing that.
And they might even go upstairs just because of Pommy saying he's the man. Yes, they've gone upstairs.
Copy that TV umpire to director. Review for LBW. Original decision is not out. Start with front foot, please. Yes, fair delivery. Move on to front on spin vision, please. Yes, it's a big gap between bat and ball. Can I have ball tracking, please, straight away? Yeah, waiting for the ball tracking. Yeah. Yes. Waiting for the ball tracking. Ball tracking is coming up. Yeah, pitching offside, impact in line, and hitting wickets, Rashid. You reverse your decision. I'll let you know when you are on screen. You're on screen, Rashid. Reverse your decision.
Well, Buzzard, what have you done? Reverse a decision, and Sohail Akhtar has been playing so well. He's got to go. They thought about it and thought about it and thought, well, let's check. Why not? And they've got a big wicket. It's 82 for 3. Ben Dunker's in. Healthy strike rate. Well, they just need him to stay out there and form some sort of partnership. Here's a look at the wicket again.
Well, near run thing. I mean, at the time, it was shall we, shan't we, shall we, shan't we? And I just thought there was a hint of desperation because they knew they needed the wicket and they've got it.
Come on, lads.
And it is such a huge wicket. You look at the comparison, it's just 2 runs in it. Yes, Islamabad United was 6 down for 81 and they're 83 for 3. But also the fact that you look at the batting order, they've got Dunk, Tim David, James Faulkner to come. And on this pitch, with the slowness of the pitch, I think they'll struggle.
Yeah, they'll tell you Rashid Khan can bat. And so he'll be okay.
He'll tell you that. He'll tell you that.
And many from Lahore will at this point as well.
Come on, lads.
But yeah, Usman Khawaja we're talking to, he said still pitch that's got something in it, and he was hoping that it was Fard would get them a wicket. He's done that. It keeps them in it, keeps it interesting. And it means the partnership must start again. And as they try to start again, well, Islamabad United are going to ensure that they're not giving away anything and just driving that rate required further and further up.
Excellent, boy, shabash.
Yeah, I think we've got to slightly recalibrate on that. When it looks here, 8.23 required now. Right, normally in these matches on slightly better batting pitches, you'd be looking at 10s, 12s and thinking, someone will sort that out.
Hey, keeper.
But with what we've seen today and 8.33, 8.23, still a bit of pressure. So 85 for 3.
Tim David, James Faulkner, Rashid Khan. That's who's to come. And they'll hope as they sit there that the 2 that are in are the ones who will get the bulk of what's required. Kind of need to. 59 from 42 is for him. Yeah, top shot. Oh, yes. That's how to get started. That boundary will get him going. Ben Dunk.
Well, he can be a dangerous character. He's just waiting on the back foot. It's a lovely strike, lovely clean strike. Not even thinking about going forward at any stage there, just waiting for it, hits it beautifully. And if you're chasing under these circumstances, the odd boundary in the over just keeps you in touch.
Got to ask the question though, tactically, as we watch here and see what's going on. Is it the seamer to bring on, or do you go to Iftikhar or to another spinner to just utilize the slowness of the pitch? And if the fast bowlers turn up, gotta be slower balls, lots of them.
Yeah, well, that's what we've seen. I mean, Fard Ahmed has bowled his 4. Shadab has bowled 3. Iftikhar can bowl a bit of spin. Might just give it a go.
And I guess better earlier than later.
Yeah, I wouldn't be sort of asking Iftikhar to sort of have a go at it round about 18th, 19th over. At the end of all that, there's an extra run. Ball still flying. Ball's covering distance, left, right, centre, and in any other direction you like. Slight misfield, but that should have been it. Yeah. How many times have we seen that? Tried to recover that slight misfield, gets the throw in, didn't really need to necessarily. Hits the stumps, always looks good, but the reality is it costs you just that one run.
Shot! Oh, beautiful. That is some shot by Mohammad Hafiz. Timing and placement for 4.
Pace on the ball, generally helping the batsman. Short and wide, yes, but it's just skid on. And that's allowed Hafiz to just time this away. He's a terrific player. He always makes pretty runs.
That's what good players do. And he, to me, actually, he's the man that is absolutely key here. If he stays in, then that is pretty much game done.
Can't stress enough that you've got to play the conditions as the fielding side, and too many quick deliveries as just playing into the hands of the batting team.
Well, it was a delicious shot, and it qualifies as an Oppo smart hit easily. Pure class, because it's just absolute timing, no more than that. That's for bowl. Haven't seen him do probably enough of that. 96 for 3.
Well, the prediction says that Lahore should win this comfortably. 69% compared to 28%. The tie, 3%, super over.
Ariel Carrega, some possible moments. Well, one.
Fire rate 8.47 is just quietly becoming quite a tough contest.
Where do you live, Baz?
Islamabad.
Okay.
So, Islamabad clear favourites then, Bommy?
That's what it sounds like from you. They probably were before the start of the game.
I'd like to stay absolutely neutral. Just point out at the end of that first innings, we acknowledged that any result was possible, including We didn't mention the tie, but it was always possible. This is not an absolute belter of a pitch, and just those little moments can change things.
Oh, that over. That one over. Shadab Khan is going to be important. Taken! He's picked him out. A slower ball, and it's Hassan Ali again. Man for the big moment.
Well, everyone on that field knows how important that just might be, because Mohamed Hafiz was the man who could steer them home. All he's done is steer that straight down to deep square leg. Maybe not intended, but it's the right result. A typical celebration from Hassan Ali, followed by the smile. Keeps things interesting. Mohamed Hafiz out for 29, 97 for 4.
Centre. One to top.
Tim David. Born in Singapore. Plays for Singapore.
Tell you what, the figures are pretty good. That strike rate is impressive, isn't it? Plays in Australia, plays most of his cricket in Australia.
Hobart Hurricanes. End of a successful over. Important wicket then. 98 for 4. Oh, nicely nudged. Nudged for 4. Excellent timing. Brings up 100 as well.
Yeah, as you say, good nudge. Actually, very, very well timed. Didn't bounce particularly, but timed it nicely. Again, that's what you'd call a normal pace delivery, which just seems to be the easier one to score of. And the slower one, not nudged, just pushed. Yeah, so the wicket of Mohamed Hafiz. An opportunity with the short ball, but it wasn't as short maybe as he thought it should have been. Couldn't get on top of it, just helped it into the air. And became a very straightforward Jubilee safe hands catch.
Oh, yeah.
Well, let's hear now from the Inverex Hamara hero of the day.
जहाँ भी आपको मौका मिले कोशिश ये करें कि किसी भूखे को खाना खिलाएं, क्योंकि जब आप किसी को खाना खिलाते हैं तो यही लोग अपने ये पैसे बचा के तो अपनी ज़िंदगी की मुख्तलिफ ज़रूरियात पूरी करते हैं.
Nicely bowled. Yeah, there he is signing the shirt, Muhammad Ali Khawaja. A check for PKR, 240,000. Muhammad Zakir Ali, CEO Inverk Solar Energy, presenting the check.
For me, after all that, the required run rate is going up to 9.6.
Who'd you say were favourites, by the way?
Clear favourites or just favourites?
Well, I think you said clear before, didn't you? It was always going to be important, that innings of Hafiz, changing the pace, we said, and it was a slower ball that got the wicket, albeit a little bit lucky. Yeah, they're ahead now, Islamabad. It's 104 for 4.
Right. Islamabad United now the favourites to clinch this. And it'll be one hell of a remarkable comeback, or will be, for Islamabad United if they get over the line. Last 4 overs, what are we looking at here? 10.17 is the required rate. And it can't be easy, boys.
I always think that on a pitch like this, you don't really want the rate to get above 10. I think 10 is comfortable. You've got 6 wickets in hand. But if that rate keeps climbing, you need 1 boundary and over. Get the singles around it. So great contest we got on here. Changes the pace from Islamabad United with perhaps the odd Yorker. This one punched down the ground, just 1. They'll come back for 2. I think, JP, I guess the important thing is that Islamabad United are looking for wickets as well. 2 new batters in. Makes it tough for Lahore Qalandars.
Yeah, and to add to that is that pressure of, you know, that run rate creeping up ball by ball, and all of a sudden you feel under pressure. You're needing to get that boundary in the over, and hence the 52% rate going towards Islamabad. There's confirmation of the points table. 4 of the teams on 6 points. That's the net run rate. That's the important factor to look at. Raji King sits at the top of the table. The winner of this encounter will certainly go to number 1 for now. We've got a double header in store tomorrow. So exciting cricket ahead for us.
The fact that they've beaten them plenty of times, Islamabad United, and in a crunch situation like this, you've got to go to that recall. Just press the recall button that we've been better than them generally. So here's another chance for us to topple them. I think it's a pitch where you're forcing the opposition now to hit few 4s and 6s. That can be a difficult gig. 36 of 21 balls. They needed Hafiz at this stage of the run chase. Somebody set to guide them.
Here's the smile donut moment of the game. Hafiz, not a smile on his face. It's a cracking shot there from Dunk. And I think it's gone all the way. Great shot from him under pressure.
If you ever needed somebody to crash those 4s and 6s, Dunk is the guy. Effortlessly lifted over mid-wicket. Staying back in the crease, and just a mere flick of the wrist, and I think it hit the cushion on the full. 6. Opus smart hit earns him a 6.
Yeah, that'll be 6. We see the umpire. And of course, Ben Dunk, his famous innings for Lahore Qalandars, where they were dead and buried. He came out and scored a quick fire 100. So he's got it in him. We've seen him play under pressure. And run rate's just crept below 10 now.
Oh, playing a miss, narrowly missing the off stump. Fahim Ashraf showing change of pace, and it's 114 for 4. Oh, I think you've got to have clarity regarding what you want to do. If you're a bowler, you've got to aim the stumps. If you're a batsman, just look to be a little bit careful. I know 10 and over is a demanding ask, but still can be a doable job, this.
Yeah, definitely. I think the game's in the balance here. One good over from Islamabad United. Perhaps get a new batter in. Dot them up. Looked like Wasim was going for the Yorker there. Just missed. Tim David's been impressive since he's come to the crease. They'll be looking for that one boundary in the over to take the pressure off, score the singles around it. And the pressure that Shadab Khan's got is, who is he going to bowl? He's got Wasim for 1, Hassan Ali for 1, and himself for 1. How is he going to rotate those bowlers in the next 2 overs? Is he going to take the last? Interesting to see how he goes.
I think how this over goes determines how he plays that out. Particularly if this is a good over, you then want your main strike bowler. And that's firstly a cheers to you guys. You want your main strike bowlers to be bowling that penultimate over to make sure you give, if it's Shadab Khan to bowl the last over, a lot to play with, being the leg spinner. So I think, yeah, a lot plays on this 18th over in that thinking.
You know, that Ben Dunk knock that you were talking about, Grant, I mean, it was a fabulous innings. And he was severe against the left arm angle. Really did hammer them hard. So I don't know whether you'd want to introduce spin, or maybe then ask Shadab to bowl 6 wrong-uns. Something like that. You've got to plan your stint intelligently against Ben Dunk. Otherwise, he can absolutely win this. Catch away from the grab of that fielder at cover. 2 runs for David.
He's got a career amazing strike rate, has David. He came in, he had a fantastic shot off the back foot. This one just skewed off. He's looking for the boundary. He can find a couple in succession, puts Lahore well and truly home.
Yes. Excellent, excellent.
So important that you have your gun fielders at long on and long off. You've got to position them properly. I think your outfielders mean a great deal at this stage. So forget about the inner ring. I think you've got to man the fence with your best ace fieldsman.
Yes, good point, Ramiz. And looking at the field here, Wasim's got third man and fine leg up, which would suggest that he's going to take pace off the ball. If he puts pace on, it's quite easy to use the pace and just guide it down through third man, or even just off the hip. Changes of pace have been the play of the day. Bowling wicket to wicket, changes of pace, try and force just a single off the batter.
When you talk of clarity, boys, I think this is what you want from a young kid. look to go as straight and as full as possible. Don't try for variations if you don't really know at what length to bowl them. He's still raw, an apprentice, plenty of talent, but I think if he can get the fuller length within the stumps, I think he would have done a very good job here. None for 19 in 3.4, 11 dots. Great economy for the 19-year-old. Chance is it. That's placed very nicely. Couple of runs.
As mentioned, looking for that Yorker, going straight at the stumps, misses slightly. And the opportunity was there to clear the straight boundary, but just skews it slightly, finds the gap. And they'll definitely take those 2 runs. But needing a few boundaries now, Lahore Qalandars.
It's still favouring Islamabad United. 53 plays 45%. Nice and full once again. So keeping it simple, keeping it straight. Bowled a great last over. 4 overs, none for 22 for Wasim, 121 for 4. Yeah, I mean, we had an idea it's going to be a close finish, and I think we're heading towards one. 23 of 12 balls, and so the second last over of the innings is usually bowled by your best bowler. So Hassan Ali has been given the ball 1 for 20. Now he's got to seal the deal here, because the other option available is Shadab Khan himself. Should a spinner be bowling the last over?
Yeah, this is a big over. You give it to your premier fast bowler. Hopefully he can just go for 7 or 8, which might leave Lahore Qalandars with just more than sort of 13 in the last over. You back yourself going into that last over. However, the issue Islamabad have got is that it's a spinner. Spinners don't historically bowl that last over. So Shadab banking on a very good over here from Hassan Ali. Perhaps a wicket or just a succession of singles.
Nah. There's a chance of being bowled. There was a chance of hitting a 6.
Well, Ben Dunk's gone back in the box here. He's tried to take the length away from Hassan Ali. He's almost right back on the stumps. And that's a J-dot fast delivery there. Millimeters away from the off stump.
Another option is Hussain Talat. He's a medium pacer, but he hasn't bowled so far in this innings, because you'd want a medium pacer to be bowling on a pitch like this instead of a spinner. I'm talking of the last over. Change of pace, leg cutters, off cutters, hitting the length. Twice now trying to lift the ball and missing the target twice now, Dunk.
It's a great question, Rameez, because as captain you want to lead from the front as well. So you'll feel that you have to take the responsibility and bowl that over, but at the same time you do have, as you mentioned, Hussain Talat. Medium paces have been effective. We saw with Faulkner changes of paces, as well as Colin Munro. So do you hand someone who hasn't bowled an over that last over, or do you take it on yourself as captain?
That's gone up in the air. Now this has to be taken. It's a pressure catch. Will it be taken? Expertly handled. Hassan Ali has delivered. 2 dots and a wicket, and so now the proposition gets tougher for Qalandars. They need 22 in 8 balls.
Yeah, you feel from Lahore Qalandars' point of view that Ben Dunk was the man to get them over the line. And up steps their premier fast bowler, Hassan Ali, with the penultimate over, needing to make inroads. Looks for the cutter, and his heart would have been in his throat for a little bit there, but a comfortable catch in the end. Elation for Islamabad. Are they in the driver's seat now? Ben Dunk, he goes for 17. 122 for 5.
We know Rashid Khan can hit the ball quite well. He's got a strike rate of 145 in T20s. It's turning out to be a dream over so far. 22 now of 7, and this was the big scalp.
Yeah, Hassan Ali showing his experience, rolled his fingers over it. It's almost stopping in the pitch just a little bit. He put so many revolutions on it. Just stopped, went away from the arc of Ben Dunk. Just got it up on that top edge. Not enough bat on it to get it over the boundary. This is turning out to be a dream over for Shadab Khan. He's given the ball to his senior player and said, come on, set this game up for us.
Oh, beautifully struck. What a glorious 6 down the ground. Hassan Ali can't believe it. And now 16 required of the 6 balls, but a great smash down the ground. So the choice has been made. It's going to be Hussain Talat to bowl the last 6 balls of this contest. Islamabad, the heavy favourites now, 88%. The win prediction telling us that they are in the driver's seat to win this. But this could be risky, right? What if he bowls a no ball?
Ramiz, I think it's risky in terms of the stress levels and anxiety for a player to come in who hasn't bowled, hasn't felt any rhythm, suddenly to come on and try and win the game. Yes, Lahore needs 16, but there's a lot of pressure on Talat to execute. And as a bowler, when that pressure goes on you, sometimes you tend to miss your area. And I'll be looking for changes of pace and some Yorkers. If he can get some Yorkers in, it's Islamabad's game.
I'll be looking at his body language, his expression. Slow ball is smashed into the gap for 4. What a great start. Now this could backfire for Islamabad United. We just told you that Rashid Khan is a sweet timer of the ball. He's got strike rate of almost 150. So the beginning is not that great. Slow ball hit extremely sweetly.
Well, you think of the option that he used, change of pace. Yes, it is good, but it's the length that is given and the width as well that allows him to free his arms. Rashid Khan doesn't need a second invitation to throw the kitchen sink. It's 12:05 now.
Cross seam from Hussain Talat. That's into the gap. Another 4. This could be over in a jiffy. Rashid Khan, another 4. 2 balls, 2 boundaries. 12 now of 4.
Rashid Khan goes bang. What a shot. Back-to-back boundaries. Width on offer, length on offer, and thank you very much. Well, this is turning out to be a cracker of a finish here for both teams. We've got a bowler under pressure in his first over, and Lahore Qalandars need just 8.
What's with these two teams? They've had mighty close encounters over the years. Lahore have not beaten Islamabad in 3 years, so
Super
this
over?
could be a first then.
Super over on the cards?
Yeah, so 2%. It's short, about 8 balls back. It could be 50-50 now.
I think what it didn't take into account, Ramiz, is what we spoke about, and that's pressure. Pressure does funny things to players in these moments.
For 3 balls, 3 boundaries. It's Qalandars now. The smiles are back in the dugout, and so Rashid Khan has done a stunning job here. 4 runs of 3 balls. The chance was taken by Shadab in introducing Hussain Talat. He hasn't bowled an over before this. The last over has got worry of its own now. Here, Hussain Talat.
The question that sits with me is whether the last ball of the previous over played a part in whether Shadab Khan actually was going to bowl with that 6. Possibly could have been a 20-run over needed. Did that tilt him in favour of rather bringing on Hassan Talat? Well, it hasn't proved to good effect thus far. Just 4 now needed of 3 deliveries. Can he do it in the next one?
Two is the call. He probably will pick up 2. Gets a great response from his partner.
Well, this is why he's one of the players that's in highest demand worldwide, Rashid Khan. He's performed with the ball and now with the bat. There's pressure on this over, 16 needed. He got width and length to work with, and he went bang, bang, and bang. 12 off 3 and 2 off the last delivery there.
He's always been a great team player, and it shows the way he takes up those challenges with the ball and now with the bat here for Qalandars. 2 off 2 balls. Right. 1 of 1. We could be heading for a super over here. We've got a superhero out there, but he's not on strike.
They've had a super over encounter 3 years ago where Islamabad United came out on top. In 2018 in Sharjah, Andre Russell hitting the winning runs. Oh, we headed that way again.
And if you're waking up in New Zealand and you hear the word super over, you're probably having nightmares. It's a word that you're not allowed to use. It is 2 words, of course. 2 words you're not allowed to use. I've just been told in my ear. Thank you very much for that. What an exciting finish here, Ramesh.
Yeah, absolutely. There's a massive huddle there. The senior pros together, trying to devise a strategy of the last ball. I think the fielders have got to make sure that the single is not conceded. Right, when you're in the ring, make sure that you get to the ball quickly. Slow ball, probably. Here we go. What a contest we've had. 1 ball, 1 run. That's gone up in the air and into the gap. Victory for Lahore Qalandars. It was hard earned, but you've got to say that they kept their nerve, kept their cool, and Shadab Khan using Hussain Talat, it was a sort of a very, very difficult choice for him whether to use himself or Hussain Talat, and in the end it didn't work. Credit to Rashid for playing such a great innings under pressure.
Yeah, what a fantastic innings that was. A little cameo from Rashid Khan. And Tim David played his part as well with 7 off 3. Lahore Qalandars, they looked like they weren't going to get over the line. But a fantastic finish to the game. Aggressive batting. And a welcome win for the Lahore Qalandars, who will gratefully take those points and head into the dugout, feeling like they've taken this game away from Islamabad United, who with 3 overs to go looked like they were heading home with it.
And you feel Rashid Khan will definitely be a contender for man of the match. 4 overs, 1 for 9, and an exciting finish with the bat in hand towards that last over. You have to feel for Hussain Talat, being thrown the ball, hasn't bowled an over up until that point and asked to do a job for his team. But take nothing away from those two. 22 of 8 deliveries in that partnership to get their team over the line.
Yeah, brilliant contest, low scoring contest. But you've got to give credit to Islamabad United as well, really. I mean, they made it tough for Qalandars, and it was a last ball affair. Could have gone either way. Qalandars would be pretty happy in winning this contest. They beat Islamabad United after a gap of 3 years. Yeah, good, strong batting performance from Rashid, and how well he bowled as well. What a superb night for Rashid Khan. Let's have a look at the winning moment. It was miscued, but did the job. Needed one off the last ball. Went up in the air. And a lot of satisfaction clearly for Rashid Khan, because he had to really nail it in the last over. He went in and was unstoppable. 3 balls he faced, 3 boundaries, and kind of sealed the deal for his side. Yeah, off the mark. Qalandars here in the second leg of HBL PSL in Abu Dhabi. Wonderful day, wonderful night for Rashid Khan. Bamboozled the batsman with his top spinners and googlies. 4 overs, 1 for 9 with the ball, and 15 of just 5 balls, including 3 consecutive 4s, to win the contest in the end. Contributions from Hafiz. Sohail Akhtar, the captain, played well for his 40. And David playing a cameo. 23 from 15 balls. A strong lad. And he weathered the storm and played well under pressure.
Yeah, big difference between the 2 scorecards there. People that went through, and looking at the bowling card of Islamabad United, they started well. Wickets for Hassan Ali, he was impressive. Changes of pace between him and Fahim. Through the middle, you'd have to say, Lahore Qalandars, they played nicely. They didn't lose wickets in quick succession like Islamabad United. And unfortunate for Hussain Talat to bowl that last over. And that's the match summary. Lahore Qalandars win by 5 wickets. Decent performances from James Faulkner, 3 for 32 of his 4 stand out there. And then Sohail Akhtar, the captain, top scoring.